Okay, so we are going to start off with a recap of kind of some things that happened last week. I won't be going over everything. Obviously, Goals' character was not there, so I'm not gonna, you know, talk about stuff his character's not gonna really know about. I'll give like brief stuff, but not details. That'll come, that'll basically be up to y'all to go over that sort of stuff as it like comes up or whatever, right? So last week you guys were at the guild hall. You were at, you met with your guild rep and all that stuff, and then you were asked to wait and listen to the guild leader's speech, which I'm going to pull back up real quick. So for this first little bit, Ghouls, your character was present, and then what we'll likely do, honestly, is just pick back up from like where your character is at. So essentially, what
Your
happened?
character got sent to the principal's office.
Yeah. So the gist of what happened is, you guys met after you listened to the speech. You met with the guild leader, and then from there, you remained behind, but the rest of the party went to go investigate the gemstone, and in doing so, some things happened and occurred. You guys met with, or they met with PW, found out some more information pertaining to the gemstone itself. Everyone kind of had some stuff that they needed to take care of, and then, if I recall correctly, they got back to the guild hall, and because they were coming to basically pick you up before you're continuing on with the next part of the adventure. So we'll go over a little bit of the stuff that your character was involved with when you weren't here, and then pick up from where your character, like what happened with your character during that time, and then basically flow into whatever happens next.
All right.
So yeah, you guys were within the guild hall, waiting, hanging out for the guild leader to do their speech. You were kind of hanging out, waiting around, and then you started hearing like these heavy clopping of hoof prints or hoof upon wood, and there's like a balcony that overhangs the seating area, and through that door stepped the guild leader, who is a older minotaur, pretty jacked. You could tell he's a veteran adventurer. He's been through some shit. And he says, "Members of the Ferals, drink. Thank you for gathering. I'm glad to see so many of you have returned safely. As you are all aware, the comet Aranin, which has marked midsummer for time immemorial, has fallen from the heavens. We have little information to share about this event at this time. The Velgaian military dispatched a small force to scout and find the asteroid's resting place. They have also been investigating reports of unusual circumstances cropping up from all over the nation. The last report from the scouting team came from the city of Garamond as they continue to the southwest. It is currently believed that the asteroid landed somewhere within the High Anvil Mountains. Until we hear more, we will continue operating as usual. Should any of you encounter anything during your travels, report it to your guild representative. We will make contact once we know more." And then he proceeded to leave so everybody can go about their business. After his speech had concluded, your guild rep Holly approached you and let you know that the guild leader wished to speak with you all. You followed Holly to his office, took a seat, and he basically discussed what happened over in Herwald, the gem that you found, and tasked the party with investigating the gemstone further. And that's when, during that time, he singled you, Goals, out to stay behind, and the rest of the party then left. So at this point, we're going to go over kind of what occurred to you and your character, while the rest of the party was off investigating this gemstone and everything else that had occurred during that time. So
All right.
the party has left the office, and now it's just you and the guild leader. And he stands up from behind the desk, and he is kind of like sizing you over, and he says, "Come with me," and he motions for you to get up and to follow him.
Okay, so I'm following him.
Yeah. Uh, as you guys proceed towards the doorway, he instead taking that one takes another doorway that's towards the back of his office. I'm trying to think of how best to plan this out. So kind of like if this was his office, let me go ahead and share this with you guys. You know, professional out here. This is what you would see. Not that.
I
I
see blue
forgot these were.
dots.
I forgot these were on here.
One of those blind tests or the Roy Shark tests or whatever.
Okay. So yeah, like his office is kind of like this shaped. There's a door here, which is where you guys came in from, and his
All right,
desk is over
it's
here.
me, right?
Yeah, it's just you at this
All
point,
right,
and then there's another door that's like right here. Right? So
all right.
that's the door that you guys head through. I didn't want to do that. So as you guys proceed through this door, it then empties onto a balcony. This is not the same balcony that he stood on when he went to go give his speech. Proceeds into a long hallway, and one side of this hallway obviously is open air. It's a balcony, and down you can see like a training field, I guess, and there's like adventures down there. They're doing various exercises and stuff like that. And he proceeds to lead you down to the end of this hallway or this stretch of balcony and the downstairs that leads to this training area. As he approaches, all of the people who are training kind of, like they hesitate and they stop what they're doing. And he then goes, "Leave the field." And everyone proceeds to then clear the area and basically leave. So now it's just you and the guild leader at this point. And
Okay.
he walks over to this weapon rack, which has training weapons, so they're all wood and everything like that. And he looks over at you and he says, "Put your weapons down."
Wait, so I just set my weapons down?
Yeah, he's asking you to relieve yourself of your weapons.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll punch a bitch in the throat.
He then takes a couple of weapons from the weapon rack, being a glaive, a wooden glaive, and he tosses it over to you.
Okay.
And he then
How to throw
proceeds to
down.
pick up a broadsword, a wooden broadsword.
Oh, okay, I was about to say.
And right as he lifts it up, he charges you.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll for initiative.
For initiative? Alright, let's see. No, that's intelligence. Oh, there it is. Initiative. Sorry, still learning. 10.
Okay. So as he rushes you, he brings his two-handed sword over his head and brings it down towards you. And as he's doing that, sorry, as he does that, he asks you what he's roaring as he's doing this. He brings his two-handed sword and he's like, "Why did you join the guild?" And swings and his short sword stops short from striking you. You're able to kind of step slightly out of the way. What would you like to do? It's your turn.
Hell Oh wait.
Oh.
Oh, so sorry. My mic and my headphones cut out. I could see you were talking, but I couldn't talk much.
What was the last thing you heard?
Man, you were just getting into the description. You were like, so he comes down on me from above with a broadsword.
Yeah, and he yells at you, and he asks you why you joined the guild. And as this is happening, his sword swing falls short of you as you slightly step to the side, narrowly missing you.
Nice. Because I think this is the best way to find adventure. I yell at him.
Okay. Is that all you'd like to do? Is just respond?
Adventure and powerful friends. Yes.
Okay. So he's going to, due to like being within relatively close proximity to you, he's going to shoulder charge you, and while doing so, he says, "I don't believe you. What is your reason for joining?" And he basically shoulder checks you. Please roll an athletics check.
Ooh, my favorite. Got an 11. Ooh.
Yeah. As his shoulder strikes into you, you fucking, ass over tits. You fucking fly backwards and roll a little bit. But you're not taking any damage. Like he checked you, but you're not like hurt.
Yeah. Okay. So I just jump up.
Okay. Yeah. So you get to your feet.
And what's your problem, man? Literally here just to go on cool adventures and meet powerful people. I don't know what else you want. What more do you
He
want from
he stands up to his full height and he raises his blade and or his his training blade, and he points it at you, and he says, "Do not lie to me, Captain of the Yukon Galleon."
I point my wooden glaive at him and say, "Don't point your shit at me, person I just met, or guildmaster."
And he proceeds to rush at you, swinging his sword from the side. And it is 16. And this time, as he's bringing it to bear against your side, as he's rushed forward to you, the blade turns just ever so slightly as he's, this is a sparring match. He's not necessarily trying to murder you, but his blade connects to your side as he drags it across the front of you. Definitely going to leave a bruise. And this pushes you back like a couple of feet.
Okay.
And as that connects and pushes you back, and he kind of spins around and readies himself, waiting for anything. He says, "I want the truth."
I'm not here to tell lies.
Then why did you join?
To find cool adventures. This is a very cyclical conversation, dude. You need to relax.
He leaps into the air, bringing his full weight into this swing overhead. Are you're looking to block, or you're looking to try and sidestep it? Okay. Go ahead and roll another athletics check.
All right, come on, higher than an 11. Okay.
Yeah. So right as you're timing it, you're waiting, you're being patient, and right as he's bringing his sword down, you sidestep it at the last second, causing his training blade to smash into the ground. And you can feel the weight of this swing. Like if it would have hit you, you were definitely in trouble. and it smashes into the ground, and you hear the training weapon underneath the weight of his swing creak and moan, and you can tell he's kind of getting serious at this point.
Good luck breaking your weapon, friend.
uh,
I mean, he can keep at me, but I don't know what he's talking about.
he looks over at you. Obviously you guys are pretty close at this point, but this is a minotaur. He's big as fuck. So he's slightly looking down on you, and he says through his heavy breath at this point, "Do you deny that you are the captain of the Yukon galleon, Gulls? I know who you are."
I mean, no, but that's not what you were asking me.
I asked you why you, captain of the Yukon galleon, Ghouls Newgate, would join this guild.
For adventure and beating powerful people. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Like, I don't know what me being a former captain has anything to do with why I'm here.
Okay. At this point, he's going to take a step back for a moment, and he's going to ask you, why have you not returned home?
Because I'm looking for new adventures and new powerful people to meet. How am I supposed to meet new people if I am not in a new place? Maybe this gear.
But
Maybe you need to rethink your
are
gear.
you why are you seeking these things?
Why does one not like to be locked inside of their house all day?
I don't know what
Because
you're
of
talking about. I
a
enjoy
drug.
my house all day.
Yeah.
I mean, there are no video games in this realm. I don't know what he's wanting from me. Do you think I'm trying to take over the whole guild? Like, what's your beef, sir?
Uh,
You got a sock puppet
he
shooting laser beams, but you got a
he
problem
la-
with a sea captain. Like, I don't understand.
he laughs at the prospect of you taking over. Like you see him chuckling as you say that.
Obviously, you can't hit me, so I don't know why you're chuckling.
I mean, he definitely hit you, but he pulled his punch.
Old cheater. I
um,
dodged it. I don't know what you're talking about.
he hold on, give me 1 second. I'm trying to. Yeah. So as he's listening to you speak, and he hears you say that, he chuckles, and then, are you not concerned for those you left behind?
I know that they're good enough to figure it out on their own, so no.
He
I'm here
straightens
to
up
start
again.
new adventures and to find new powerful people. I don't. My past is very irrelevant. I don't know why you're dwelling there, sir. Gotta live in the now.
Your past is relevant.
Huh?
You're a once powerful figure from a foreign nation.
Who is now in a guild, not the political power of a nation. So again, sir, what's your beef? I think you are a little power. You're a little inflated there.
Uh, Again, he's going to chuckle at that comment, and he's gonna straighten up and reach inside like a pouch that's on his hip, and he's going to remove a envelope that is sealed and extend it towards you.
It's mail. I don't understand.
Why don't you take it and find out?
Why don't you tell me instead of the mysterious objects, Captain Anthrax? Fine, I'll open it.
God damn it. So as you reach out and you take the envelope from from him, you see that the seal is marked with the seal of the Elvorian Hydras. And you open it up, and there is a message in it waiting for you. And you can go to your dock and see what it says. Did we lose you again?
Oh my gosh, no, thank God. You went quiet and I couldn't hear you. And I was like, shit, did it happen again? But no, I heard you say that. What did you say?
I said, as you. Wait, what was the last thing you heard then?
You were laughing and that was it.
Right, I handed you the thing. You said that you were
Oh,
going to
oh,
accept it.
yes. And I said I was going to open it.
Yeah, so as you take the message from him, you see that the envelope is sealed with the seal from the Eorzean Alliance,
Right.
and you open it to read a message left from somebody that you know. You can open your dock to read it.
I'm reading the message from X person right now.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I
And
mean, Yo Master has not read this letter because I just opened it. So again, I don't know what his issue is.
let's see. So when it comes to the guildmaster, and I guess his questioning of you, I can't explicitly state like why. Like that's up for your character to figure out.
All right.
But he has his reasons.
Well, thanks for the letter, Captain. You don't take return mail, do you?
Yeah, the message says how to get in contact.
Does it?
Yeah. It's like this section here.
Okay, cool. I mean, that's good for knowledge, but I was just really trying to blame the Go Master because he's a dick.
Oh. Okay, but no, I do not.
Him saying that he is a postal worker and not a guild master because he should be a postal worker.
My gosh, you're so cruel.
Motherfucker
He-
spat me in the chest for no
he-
reason.
You just have the best time making new friends, don't you, Goals?
With the guild master that body checks me for no reason? Yeah, absolutely.
He's going to kind of like crouch at this point. Kind of like like somebody who's been, maybe exercising or working out or whatever, and like, they're on like the balls of their feet and elbows in their on their knees and stuff like that, and they're kind of like, let me warn you with this. If I knew who you were, then others do as well. Not all are as friendly as I.
I mean, you are not very friendly, so I can't imagine what they would be like. So that's a good tip.
More than most.
Well, my past is my problem. Thanks for the info. I'm not here to rob you, and I plan on continuing my adventures with my compatriots.
He says, your past is your problem until it endangers one of our own.
Well, then it'll be your problem, and then you'll actually have a reason to check me in the chest next time. How about that?
Let us hope it does not come to that. Now, I recommend...
Else, Captain?
That was all.
Get it, Captain?
Yeah, so he's like, no, that was all. If you hurry, you may still catch up with your friends or your party.
You need me, obviously you know how to contact me, and don't waste my time. Thank you.
he just he just like he's just thinks what you're saying.
Can't handle the staff. Come on.
Yeah, that's why he laughed. He thinks it's funny.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay. So at this point in time, it's only been let's say like 15, 30 minutes or so. You put the training weapon down, retrieve your weapons, and what would you like to do from here?
I want to keep that note in mind and head back to meet up with the others. They're they were
Okay. Uh, so you head out into the guild hall area.
yeah.
Um, and you look around, and uh, you're not seeing anyone from the party in the area. Kind of all gone
Okay.
about their way.
Yeah.
Uh, we had you went to the armory and supply person last time, right?
Believe so.
Okay,
Did you?
Did
I
I?
want to
Maybe not.
Do
maybe
you have
not.
a free potion?
Did you get a free potion?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that was last time. Okay. Um yeah, so as you go out into the guild hall area, Holly sees you and she comes up and she's like, "What did the guild leader want?"
He wanted to body check me in the chest and accuse me of a bunch of things for some reason to give me a letter.
Uh,
I wouldn't recommend using him as a postman anytime soon. Good at the job.
she definitely looks a bit confused. Um she's like, "Accuse?
Accused, no
That
reason.
that's odd."
It is
I'm
odd. I wouldn't recommend going in there. Maybe you'll be accused of random shit.
I've known Tarragon for a very long time and I that's definitely unusual.
I mean, I've known him for like 15 minutes and he's an asshole, so maybe he'll change my mind later, but he did make a first
she
impression, a very good
she
one.
she she chuckles, little giggle, and she's like, "Well, your party's already left for PWs, if I recall correctly. But be sure before you try and catch up to them that you head over." And she points over to the like a window opening in the wall in the back of the guild hall. Make sure you see the armor and supplier, James, before you head out.
All right, I shall. Where is he?
She goes, right there where I just pointed.
Cool, thanks for the direction.
um, yeah. So, yeah, she points. You points your way over towards the window, which has a little sign above it. It says armor and supplies, all that good stuff. Uh, and as you, I'm assuming you're gonna go over there. Yes.
I'm gonna do what?
Are you gonna go over there to the window?
Yes.
Okay.
You will.
As you mosey your way on over, you notice that a door opens up nearby, and like three dudes come scuffling out, and they're holding this giant wooden board type situation,
The board is back.
and
Okay.
the two of them, kind of hold it against the wall, and you start hearing a bunch of banging from hammering. You
Okay.
approach the window, and you see a younger human behind the counter, kind of fiddling with inventory and stuff like that.
Uh, so they're like patching a window.
No, it's more like mounting a board onto the wall.
Oh, okay. Uh, I'm here for armor. Is there the owner? No?
Yeah, James
Are you
sees you.
construction
Vader,
workers? Is it
get down. James hears you talking, like say that, and he turns around, or he like you get his attention, and he comes to the window. He's like, "Did you need help with something?"
Yeah, I heard you sell things that I need.
Oh yes, you're one of the newer adventures, correct?
That would be me.
Awesome. Yeah, so basically what we do here is, we're a general purpose store for the guild, and we ensure that novice adventurers have a certain set of gear before they leave. So we'll go through your pack, we'll make sure that you have the stuff that's required. If you're missing anything, we'll go ahead and provide that to you so that you have it on your adventures.
That sounds awesome.
All right, I just need your pack, please.
Sure. Hand over pack to kind old man who has
Okay.
not body checked.
He's not old.
He's not old. He's a young
Yeah,
human.
he's a young
Oh,
human.
young human. He sounded like an old scorekeeper. Not sure.
No, no, he's a young dude. He's like in his 20s. So he's going to go through your pack, and he's going to take inventory really quick of everything that's in there. Um,
Okay.
He's going through. He's like, oh, okay, so you need a health potion. You've got plenty of torches. And you got a mess kit. I am uncles, right? Yeah. Wait. Why do you have? Hold on. Why the fuck do you not have?
All
Where
kinds
did where did all your rations go?
of
I know
think
you.
he
I
keeps
know.
deleting them when he tries to use them.
I
He just gets hungry and eats them all at once.
yeah. I get really hungry. You seem
All right,
like
it's
you
okay.
you just like eat all the
Just-
available food.
Uh,
Boy,
it's okay. I'm gonna fix that for you
boy,
right now.
he hungry. Come on, let's get it.
Day rations.
Yeah,
Double check the quantities here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, but I know you
yes,
had extra.
Fix me inventory, please.
I know you had extra, so we're just gonna go with that. Add items to backpack. Okay, so he adds your inventory to the pack. He lets you know, this is out of context. Healing potions, in order to use them, you need to use an action to use
Okay.
them.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
and
Pop a
then,
potion, mid fight or whatever.
well, I mean,
Fighting.
you can, you just can't then attack. Like it's your action for that turn. He looks everything over. He's going through everything. He's adding all your inventory. And then he notices that the giant chunk of meteorite you have in your pack, and he like looks at it quizzically, and he's just like, he shakes his head. He confused. He puts it back in there, um, and he then hands you back his pack, and he says, "All right, I just need your guild tag, please."
Uh, sure. Looks for something that looks like what he's talking about.
It's the like dog tag that everybody gets.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. I just,
Yeah.
forgetful.
The thing that you refuse to present at the gate to get into the city.
Yeah, see, I don't know what it looks like. That's why I didn't first
he he accepts it from you, and he puts it on like this little like stone tablet that has runes and everything carved into it, and a little like like you could tell he's like analyzing, looking at stuff. Basically he's just like ensuring that like what's on there is up to date, and you are you, etc., etc. And then he hands it back. And
Okay.
he's like, all right, did you need anything else?
Is that all the free stuff you're gonna give me?
Yeah. We
Nope,
ensure
I'm good.
adventurers have 3 days worth of rations, 1 potion, and 5 torches before they head out.
We adventurers appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem. Always happy to help.
All right. Now what? I'm leaving, I guess. Unless, well, is there any like? I guess I have a certain amount of money, but I'm not sure how like purchasing.
Well, what is it you're looking to purchase?
I mean, if there's uh, like
Weapons?
or power ups.
You're kind of cutting in and out there a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, just like power ups of some kind. I'm not sure how shopping works.
Power ups.
Like new weapon or like uh you know
Better grade weapons.
better
is what
gear. Yeah. Oh yes, there you go.
I mean, it's possible. It's just going to depend on what you're looking for. I don't particularly have like an inventory of what this shop has.
Oh, okay. No worries then. I'm just gonna try to find one out in the wild.
Okay.
I'll take my free potion and well, what other potions do you have? You're handing out potions. I bet you have more than just the health one.
We might have some. I'd have to double check.
All right. Why don't we got
One
like
more
a
time.
invisibility? If you got like an invisibility potion lying around, I'd like to know.
No, I don't believe so. Give me 1 second. And he like turns around. He goes over to the shelf that has like a bunch of vials and stuff on it. And you hear glass clinking as he's moving stuff around. And he's like, "No, it looks like we've got some resistance potions. We've got like a potion, a greater potion of healing. Those are a little expensive, normally reserved for the higher grade adventurers. What else do
Okay,
we got?
so higher grade adventures. I'm not quite worthy yet. No
I
level
mean,
grade.
like you could. Well, I mean, how much money do you have?
I have free currency.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not enough to purchase this potion.
Rip. Okay, thanks for the info. Golds and all.
Was there anything else you were looking for?
Oh, that's it. Thank you for your time. If you've seen my fellow adventurers, I would like
I mean, they were here earlier, but I'm not certain where they went.
to go. We're heading up this direction. Okay. Thanks for the info, sir.
You're welcome.
The old walkout and wave type bit.
Okay, so you finished talking with James. What are you looking to do from here?
Well, I'm gonna walk outside and see about tracking down the squad.
Okay. So you step outside and you're trying to maybe spot them in the streets or something?
Yeah, just walking around, whatever. Ain't got nowhere to be.
Okay. Uh, yeah, so um trying to think how to describe this. So you step outside and you're this isn't like a main street, but it is relatively busy because it has, a couple of smaller shops, but also, stores and places to eat and stuff like that. But the feral drink being here, adventures coming and going. Um, you look around and you're not able to spot them at this particular point. They're definitely have been gone for a minute.
Okay. Uh, can't just give them a ring, I assume.
Yeah, there's no reception here.
Damn. Well, let's see. They had some sort of crystal thing. Um, I got left at the guild thing. They were gonna go solve the crystal thing. So I don't know, check out like stalls around that have like magic themes. They can try to tell me if they've seen people asking about the gemstone that my compatriots have. That
So
was a lot.
you're looking for like any like maybe magical item shops?
Yeah, or like anywhere that like the crew would have gone to like investigate the stone.
Uh, Hold on, I'm trying to think of how to DM this here.
Yeah, I don't want to
Um,
make it like too easy. Like, oh,
well, so out of game, like you've definitely been told a couple of times, like where they were going.
oh, I did.
Yeah, right. Which is why I'm trying to DM this because I'm not going to tell you where they went if you don't
Yeah, no worries.
remember.
I gotta figure
Um,
it out. I mean,
Memory
goals is
check.
forgetful, man. A lot of goals. Goals has got it all locked up in here, except for it falls out of his ears sometimes.
So,
I mean, I guess Ghouls just gets to wander the city at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing,
Is
right? If
Keelan
I'm gone for
forgivable?
if,
I mean,
if
we
I'm
can
gone
we
for
can
so
definitely,
long, they're gonna come back and look for me.
yeah. Let's sure. I mean, like that's definitely one way that we could do it. I just wanted you to have a say in how things were going.
Trying
But
to
like,
be intentionally like someone who gets lost.
okay, yeah. So fuck it. Like you head out, looking for him, asking around, talking to people. Kind of just wandering. You're not 100% certain where to go. It starts to get towards the evening. It's like 3 or 4 o'clock, and you decide that let's head back to the feral drink. Maybe they've returned, or hope they should be hopefully returning maybe at the end of the day. And as you get to the door and you open it up, you see your party standing there.
Oh, what up, crew? You found me.
Uh,
You're supposed to still be in the principal's office?
Yeah, who
The
let you out of
principal
detention, Ghouls?
abused the shit out of me and then tried to poison me with anthrax.
What?
Moral of the
Ghouls,
story: he's very mean.
Ghouls, you gotta work on your people skills, man.
Nah, he got to work on his people skills. I never just check somebody in the chest with their shoulder because they thought something. I think
I
you
don't
like yellow
know.
shirts. Kerpow! Like this
I
guy's
don't
off
know.
his
You
rocker.
you you wanted to go fight those skeletons without them doing anything.
Uh,
You two
didn't
try to
I
throw
didn't I
down on just
dash
about
past
anybody.
the skeletons? I'm sorry. I gracefully leaped over them. I'll have you know.
No. When they were just sitting there, just minding their own business, mining into the wall, you wanted to go
Oh,
attack them.
oh, yeah, I wanted to, but did I? There's no proof. No proof I'm aggressive at all. Other than the fact that
I don't fight
I make
anyone
threats
who says that.
constantly.
Press X to doubt.
okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. So you find your party. Like where what are y'all doing?
So last time when we left off, I had gotten a map and was like, we need to go like this way, and kind of like generally pointed at an area on the map.
Yeah, to the north.
So
True.
did he walk in after that or while I was doing that?
While you guys were having these conversations and stuff like that and waiting for him, unbeknownst to you that he was already not there, and then he returns and gets your guys' attention.
Okay, well then I'm still holding up the map and I'll turn and be like, so we need to go this way. Over this way. And I just kind of circle around in the top of the map.
Sounds good to me.
And I point at the bottom and go, meteor might be here, but we need to be here.
Why do we need to go there?
Because a bird told me.
Wait, a
What?
bird told you what? Corn, get off the weed. There's no bird. There's no talking birds here.
Eating too many of them mushrooms you've been finding on the ground.
Why would a bird tell you to go north? The meteor's south.
Don't birds fly south for the winter too? Why is birds going north?
I mean, is it
They
wintertime?
go north for the summer,
Nope,
right?
No,
nope,
it's
only south. Birds
Oh,
only go south.
only south. Okay,
Yeah, they
that's
never
not
fly.
true.
No, they never fly back north. They just keep
Oh,
going
they
south
loop the
until they
planet.
come. Yeah, they loop
Yeah,
the planet.
you're right. You're right.
Mm, mm.
Glad we're on the same page. Goals went to school, I promise. The school of life.
The school of life. Uh, there's something important that has to be done over here. The details are vague, but it feels really important.
Well, let's go with the feeling and do it.
Knox, roll a perception check.
Obi Knox.
Shit, time to get beaned.
Okay, click. There we go.
Let's do all the things that you want to do.
Okay, so I'd say that's good enough. While you guys are conversating, you also see that the the
The board is
the,
back.
the guild board has been returned.
That
Wait,
was the
wait, so-
stupidest thing.
So I'll look up, look back down, look back up, nudge Corn. Corn, the board's back.
Wait, I thought it was out for maintenance.
That looks like a board to me, right? You see the
I
board?
look at the board. What? There's a board on the wall now. Does it have papers on it?
Yes.
Nope, empty board.
That would be the true troll from the DM. Board's back. Still nothing on it.
Still nothing on it. I'm gonna go walk over to the board and see what's up there.
Okay. When you approach, you see that there are 3 postings on it. One reads that rumors are a tribe of lizard folk have been seen within the Emerald Morass. Due to their territorial nature, we need to verify the rumors and, if needed, discourage them from settling within the swamp. The next one says, local merchant is looking for assistance with caravan security. Please seek out Theo Hogwood for more details. The last one says, investigate the smuggling of non-sanctioned holy relics into the city, rumored to be spreading a curse to the common folk. If their presence is confirmed, proceed with destruction. Do not recover.
Okay. Calvin is a very slow typer when it comes to things. I need 2 and 3 again.
Okay. So 2 says, local merchant is looking for assistance with caravan security. Please seek out Theo, Theo, Hogwood, for more details.
Burn down
Okay.
Theo's caravan. Got it. Check.
And then the last one is investigate the smuggling of non-sanctioned holy relics into the city, rumored to be spreading curses to common folk.
Curse common folk. Check.
If their
Curse
presence
common
is confirmed,
There's selected-
proceed with their destruction. Do not recover.
Obliterate.
And the first one was lizard folk where?
In the
In the
Emerald
air-
Morass.
Yeah.
In the Emerald Morass. Do we know where that is?
Your map would,
That's
Dope.
and
Emerald
someone in your party would.
Morass.
Not me.
I don't
I
know
mean,
how we
that's
spell
the-
morass, but we're gonna just make it up.
out of context. That's where Justin went, but that's the dark area, right? Because I know I asked about that dark area
Correct.
before, but
Oh,
it's
that's
not.
below the mirror.
Yeah, but it's not specifically labeled Emerald Morass on this map that Tim's showing. So okay,
Discourage.
and it was
Settlement.
tribal lizard folk and rumored to be in the Emerald Morass. Need to investigate if they're actually settling down there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
And politely
And-
ask them to leave. That's rude. What did they ever do to anybody else?
They were emerald.
The mission says due to their territorial nature. Beyond that, it's not specific.
Oh, do the papers tell us how much each one pays?
Yes.
How much is
The
the first
top one. Hold on. I have it. I just need to verify the
Clicky,
split
clicky.
again. So there's 5 people, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. They all pay 200 gold pieces.
Okay.
Just flat out.
Yep, just flat out.
Okay.
So one is south, one is within the city itself. Then I guess Theo would tell us where he's going.
I can trust people named Theo. I can feel it.
All right. I'm assuming no one else went up with me, so I'll return to the group and relay what boards I see up there. And I'll specifically say, Corin, I didn't see anything that was taking us north, though. I don't know where Theo wants to go. It just says caravan security and to contact him for more details. So we have 5 options. Well, yeah, we can either go south to the mountains to investigate the meteorite. We can go north on Corin's mystical bird journey, or we could take one of the 3 job postings.
Yep. I'm good for going north.
So that's 1. I'm assuming 2 for mystical bird journey north.
True.
Melissa, did you have any cares?
Burn down caravan.
Okay. Goals.
I like the mountains.
Okay. So we've got 2 for mountains because I would like to go investigate the meteorite. 2 for mountains, 2 for north, and then someone who wants to just burn shit.
Well, our tiebreaker just wants to set shit on fire.
Well, I mean, our tiebreaker sounds like they want to destroy things, which leads us to looking into the smuggling of the non-holy relics, which says destroy if found.
Curse common folk.
Then there's that.
Muppet speaking up again.
Yeah, the puppet's talking. I never talk.
I said Muppet.
Yep.
I mean, I guess. Well, okay, so let's go with this then. Corin, do you know how far north?
I feel like it was vague. Like, I know a general sense of direction, but the distance was not clear.
Yeah. Corin, you know, like you instinctively, you know where to go. Like think animalistic instinct.
Ah,
You know where to go, but you don't know how to explain that to people who don't know. And that's why you can't pinpoint on the map where it is you need to go.
mhm. And well, does my instinct tell me like how long it would take to get there?
Yes.
Okay, so that is what Knox is trying to determine because at the moment we're either going to go north or go to the mountains because we're 2 and 2. But
Sounds
I'm
very
willing,
far away.
yeah, I'm willing to go north if it's faster than going south.
Yeah. It would take a couple of hours of travel by foot once you've left the city.
Okay,
Oh, that's not that far then.
okay,
In comparison to the mountains, which I assume are like weeks away,
Yes.
yeah.
regardless, because there's no river that goes to that part of the mountains.
Correct.
Are there always rivers coming down from the mountains?
I mean, there are
Yeah, but just
rivers.
not the
So
specific area we need to go.
yeah. So like
Oh, I
if you
see.
look here at the map, right? So this whole mountain range is the High Anvil Mountains, right? Shit, I don't have the. Sorry, let me grab the updated version that you all have access to.
The 1080p version. Wait, do we have
da-da-
access to it?
Yes. Delete this. Pull that in. So here's Herwald, right? This whole mountain range is part of the High Anvil Mountains. When you were in Herwald, right, and it passed overhead, it went like this.
Okay.
Which is why the scouting team, when the guild leader was talking to you all, he mentioned that the scouting team was heading southwest. Because that's the direction that the comet was traveling before it crashed. So if going from Azalea to Matrusa by foot is like a week's worth of travel, this is like 2.5 to get to these mountains. But
Yeah.
there is this river here, which goes to Onahelm, or goes by Onahelm, and this does flow from the mountains. It's like all of these do. They all go this way.
All right, Corn. If you
Is there
know,
ocean on the east side? Does the
Yes.
river let out into an ocean?
Yes. But there's not a continental map yet, and your guys' characters don't know this particularly. You have a rough knowledge, right? It's like if you ask people where stuff is in Europe, diesel aside, right? You might have a rough approximation, but you wouldn't be quite certain. So it's similar to that, right? Like you know that this river flows into the country next door and then to the ocean.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna look at Corn again and ask if you're certain of where you're going. I'm okay going north.
Feels like
Over
it'll
there
be a
with
much
Ragnar
faster
fucking around
trip
and whistling.
than to the mountains, so we could get that done first.
Okay,
It could change what our goals are.
it could.
Do we want to ask the caravan where they're going, just in case?
Sure.
Do we have to accept? We should know this, but do the guild rules on like accepting like jobs, like is there a limit to how many we can do at a time? What's the order of like accepting it and stuff?
So there's not particularly a limit. Obviously, the goal is that you complete the quests that you accept. So, like, let's say you picked one of the ones that are there, and it took you a month of playtime, or of time passage in the game to complete. It's probably not a good idea. So I didn't really think about putting like a time limit on these things because the assumption is that like if you're looking at these missions, you're looking to complete them.
Mhm.
So it really just depends. Like,
And just
so
hoard the missions.
and this isn't necessarily giving anything away, but like let's say you wanted to do the caravan security mission, right? Or there's another one in the future for instance, and it's like, oh, like we need you to be security for this caravan that's going to be traveling up the Meadflow River to Alessa, right? And like your mission is to go to the High Anvils, then sure, you could take that mission, complete it, and then continue on your way. But like in that instance, like it's being done in a relatively quick manner, like you're completing them at the same time. But whereas like the ones that are currently here, if you were to take all three of them, it might be
It wouldn't
there
be as
might be
beneficial.
and there may be consequences.
Yeah. Because our world is ever revolving and ever changing.
Okay.
Life is not a game, people. There are lives at stake.
Golf is a game. I thought I saw that on a license plate or something.
Unless it's Mario Golf, and then that's serious business.
Super serious business. So serious that we let a character throw footballs.
Dude,
Yes.
what a broken champion. Or character. Oh my god.
But yeah, so like there's not particularly a time limit, but that doesn't necessarily mean it would be beneficial to like postpone
off.
any that you decide to take.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that what I'm trying to get at though is specifically like my suggestion of going and asking Theo about where he's headed is like, do we have to commit to the quest before we're allowed to go talk to him?
Yes.
Aha. So that changes like, oh, if we commit to it and he says, oh, I'm gonna go to Senland. And we're like, well fuck, that's the opposite direction that we wanted to go.
Yeah, and
Then
if
that
you were
sucks.
to then try and turn down the mission, it would not be good.
Right, it would reflect poorly on the group. Okay, well, My
I feel
feelings
like
would
they should
be
put that detail on there. If it's like, yeah, I need protection, and I'm going from X to Y, and not just I need protection and that's it. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
I
that's
mean, that would probably normally make sense.
It's a
so it
secret
sounds like
mission.
there's a
But
reason.
this one
He-
doesn't state that, so.
He doesn't actually need protection or sacrifices for his double god.
so burn down his caravan.
So burn down the caravan. Don't accept the quest, just murder. Okay. So, well, I wouldn't doubt that we could use the money. There's no guarantee that taking any of these would be able to be done while we go take care of the stuff in the north. So we could just hope that when we come back, when we're done, that there's more jobs. There should be. It's a
True.
skill, that's the point.
Okay, so we're heading just north out of the city. Everyone good with that?
Yeah.
Goals?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Sorry.
Melissa?
I say we take one of those quests, but
So it
Well,
sounds like you guys are heading out of the city then? Or.
Or weren't we gonna go into the mountains?
No,
What
we're
happened to
going
that?
north first, and
Oh, I
then
see.
we'll reevaluate based on new information that may or may not come about.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I didn't understand where we had landed on that.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean we're off then, right?
Yep. We're off to see Corn's magical bird wizard.
Yeah, I want to know. Well, Corin's got this gut feeling, and that's like off the beaten trail. So we're gonna see what that entails. Sounds like an adventure, and that's what I'm here for. Quests or jobs? Get a job. No one.
All right. Let me just get this thing here real fast. Make sure that I have all of my info. Okay. So you guys come to the conclusion that, it would probably be wise to investigate whatever it was that Corin has been trying to convey to you guys. So you leave the city and you begin following Corin north. And a couple of hours have gone by. And at this point, you guys have gotten to a wooded area. It's not super dense like in Herwald. You can tell, it's lots of like animal paths and stuff like that. So, it's potentially like it's hunted frequently and stuff along those lines. Everyone, please roll perception.
This button. I remember how to do this. Oh shit.
Oh, damn. Oh,
I
damn.
apparently do not.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Everyone
What's with
but
the
goals.
what's with the
are on top of it.
what is with all these really good perception rules today? Compared to the other sessions. Okay.
Yep.
Except for goals. He's like, I don't give a shit about
Boy.
what this is.
So as you are walking along, everyone except for goals. Also, really quickly, what's your marching order?
I'm
I guess
assuming
I
at
would
least
be
Corn in
leading.
front.
Yeah, Corn's at the front, but what? How's everyone else positioned? Is it your normal, usual deal?
I'll be behind Corn.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll bring up the rear.
Okay, so
leaving
then
Melissa and Goals in the middle.
okay. So as you're walking along, Melissa, not Melissa, Corin, you definitely notice, but as you're walking along, you all kind of get this feeling that you're being watched, and you realize that it's like creatures and things like the scurry of a rabbit, the quick flutter of a bird, that they seem to kind of be moving
You
in
didn't
the
see
same
that.
direction with you. So
So they're like watching us.
Yeah, they're observing. They're not following. They're not stalking. They're just kind of, they're curious. They're checking you guys out. And everybody notices this except for Ghouls. Ghouls is kind of oblivious. Still mulling over his encounter with the
My
guild
toes
leader.
are real interesting.
Why? Okay. Keep that in mind. So they're just observing what we're doing.
Correct.
Nothing seems like, I don't know, scared or like not on board with us being here.
No, not. None of them are like. None of the creatures are like worried, right? They're keeping their distance, right? They're not like next to you, prancing along. They're staying out, trying to stay out of sight. Up in the branches, in the bushes, that sort of thing. But every so often, you catch a glimpse of them, and it's been happening so frequently as you come into this wooded area that you've noticed that something is not normal. Because like if you were in the woods and like a rabbit like darted out of the bush and then saw you, they're probably gonna fucking split, right? So that doesn't appear to be happening at this point.
Okay. And I still feel like we are on the correct directional track.
Yes.
Cool. I will keep note of that and continue on with confidence. We're in like a forest.
Yep.
Right? Like a super thick forest.
Mm-hmm. Well, not super thick, not like her wall thick. It's thick enough that like I'm trying to think how to describe this. You ever see pictures of like the redwood forest?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the
So everything
trees,
feels tall and thick
everything
and
feels
old.
tall, thick, old, but not like overgrown. Like I said,
Like
there's
forest in Harry Potter.
yes, if I'm remembering right. So you guys continue for a little bit, like maybe like 10, 15 minutes. And Corin, since you're in the front, you notice that the light seems to be coming through the trees a little more ahead of you.
Also, like there's a break in the canopy.
And yeah. And I think as you continue to walk forward, so as you're walking along, Corin, since you're in the front, can everyone else roll another perception check for me?
1 second.
No.
I forget where the button is every time. Okay, there it is. Hey, I'm a little more observant.
Okay. So as you guys continue walking along in Corn, you notice that the canopy is letting in a little bit more light ahead of you. Everyone else, you kind of notice that, like, how to describe this? When like you're in your bedroom and the light's shining through the window, sometimes you can see like the dust and particulate in the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you all can kind of see that occurring right now as you're in this forest. But as you are walking along, you're noticing that like the particulate and the dust is a little bit thicker. And all of a sudden, as you're walking along, you all start to feel tired.
Okay.
And like to the point where you're like you stop and you're just suddenly struck with this urge to just sleep.
Okay. I really like sleep. That's
And Corin, you being in the front, go ahead and roll a perception check now, please. Yeah, you turn around and you notice that your party has
I want
slowed
to
down.
interject.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have Fey ancestry. I have an advantage on saves against being charmed, and magic can't put me to sleep.
I object.
Objection.
Fuck you, right? Okay, that's fine. So you turn around, and obviously, Nox, you notice that. Let me just double check one other thing. Melissa, you don't have that kind of resistance, do you?
I think because of the pact with the Fae, I might, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm checking right now. I don't think so. I'm not seeing anything that's talking about it.
I know
Okay.
I know I do. I just don't know if it's
Right.
at all.
Well, like I know you have the Fey presence, and that
No,
you have the.
I have the can't be immune to charm and shit like that too. I just don't know if it's at the right level.
Well, wait, where? Because I'm not seeing it in here.
It's in the handbook. Well, I need to pull up. I need to see what level it is before I get it though.
Oh, like you might not be at the right level.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Let me
okay.
double check what level I get that. Yeah, I don't get it yet. It's a higher level.
Okay. So,
Only one of you bitches is immune.
so
Yeah, the warlock one is slightly stronger because it's not just like it's not just defense against that kind of magic. It's if someone uses it on me, I can counter it by putting it back on them.
okay.
Wow.
Dang, you fancy.
Uno reverse card.
I got my
So
old glaive over here fumbling around.
yeah, so Corin, you turn around and you notice that everyone but Nox is like all slowish and sluggish, and they're slowing down, and like they start to like stumble, and now they're kind of like flopped over a little bit. And Nox, yeah, you notice this as well, seeing as because you were right behind Corin, right?
Yeah.
So you notice a particulate in the air, and you see that Corin turned around, so you also turn around, and notice that this is happening to the rest of the party.
I'm gonna go over to Ghouls because he's right behind me and kind of shake his shoulder a little bit. You okay, buddy? What's going on?
I have to roll to wake up.
You just hear him fucking snoozing.
Just full blown snoring.
Yep,
Full-blown
and
snoring.
no reaction to you.
Then Melissa, you're in the backpack, right?
Sure.
I check on Melissa in the backpack.
They're also drooling all over the place, passed out.
I'm
I look
pretty
back
sure for magic like this, we have to roll a wisdom save.
No, I checked.
I look back at Corin. They're asleep.
What do you mean they're asleep? And I'll go like, I don't know, like pat Ratnob's face. Hello?
Nothing. Yeah, he
Corin,
like
where are you taking us? What is
I-
going on?
It's funny that you think I know.
Well, the three of them are asleep. I can understand why I'm not asleep. Why are you not asleep?
I don't know. But
Uh,
I know it's important that we have to. Well, I wasn't sure if all of us had to go.
fair.
Honestly,
I want to look around and see if the animals that we noticed going the same direction are asleep or if they're still. I would notice if they're either A, asleep, B, still proceeding forward, or C, did they stop when we stopped?
Go ahead and do a investigation check.
Dice don't fuck me now. God damn it, dice.
Yeah, you don't see them anyway. So you're not able to determine if anything has
What
affected
happened to
them.
them?
Yeah.
Okay. Corn, you saw the animals too, right? I don't see any animals around anymore.
they were following us, keeping an eye on us. Um, do I feel anything else going on? Do I feel like nervous by the area, or like, I don't know. I would expect maybe like a pull to keep going.
I would say go ahead and roll a insight check.
This button. 9.
Ooh.
So you don't feel like you are in danger based off of everything that's happened so far, like despite everything that's happened so far. But your instincts are still kind of telling you to move forward.
Okay.
I don't know how else to describe it than that.
That's what I was kind of
So
expecting, but I wanted to
simply
make
put,
sure that like I had the right idea of what is kind of happening.
How
Um,
thick is the tree canopy? Like, can I see the sky through it?
yeah.
Okay, what time of day roughly is it?
So at this point in time, it is getting closer to dusk.
Okay. Well, Corn, it's getting close to dusk. I don't think we can just leave them here, right?
do you think we can carry them all by ourselves? I mean, we could.
Fuck, I know I
I have to
can't
keep
carry shit.
going. So
What do
do
you
you
mean you
want
have to keep
to?
going?
I have to keep going. I have to know.
But Corn, do you even know what you're looking for?
Uh,
Your inner voice says, "Yes."
yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's a place with stones, and there were words. I have to go.
Corn, are you gonna be okay by yourself? Because I don't think we can just leave them here. Unprotected like this.
Well, you might not like this idea, but I thought we could hide them in the underbrush.
I mean, that is an idea.
Are all of the creatures gone? There's no creatures.
I saw no
roll
creatures
an-
because of my poor investigation check.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
I thought you were asking me. Sorry.
Well, I mean,
Oh, I am
she's
asking the DM.
yeah.
Oh, okay. You can roll an investigation check.
That's this button.
That is that button.
Oops, nope. 4.
From what you can tell, you're not able to determine like where they are at, or if you can, like, how to describe this. Like, you look, right? Obviously, you like, maybe you like go over to a bush and like peek inside, and you look up at the canopy. You're not able to notice any animals at this time.
Hmm. Well, I had an idea, but now I don't think it's a very good idea because all
Am
the
I like
animals appear to be
standing or
gone.
sitting or what?
I think
I'm
that you
just
probably
asleep standing
probably
there.
just like had
Uh,
stumbled down and kind of
yeah,
sat.
like you ever see Wizard of Oz?
Very long time ago.
Oh, well, like when they all get put to sleep, they kind of just slow down and then like kneel over or like
Oh, okay.
lean up against something and slump down and fall asleep. That's more or less what happened, y'all.
All right.
Cool. Do you want to stay here and guard them, Nox, or do you want to go with me?
I think I'll stay and guard them.
Think to myself, okay, here's to hoping I don't get lost.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll come back for you when I've found out why we're here, why I'm here.
Do you have any potential way of signaling me in case you get into trouble, or if I can signal you if I get into trouble?
I don't think I do.
Okay.
All of my spell. Well, if you hear a thunderclap, yet there are no clouds,
Okay.
that will be me.
Okay. That'll work for me.
That's as good as I got right now.
I don't think I have anything of that scale. So hopefully nothing goes wrong on this end. Maybe whatever put the rest of our group to sleep will put any other dangerous things to sleep before they can jump me. Best of luck, Corn.
Oh, thank you.
Good luck, everybody else.
And I'll forge ahead.
Okay. As you continue forward, you come to a clearing after a couple of minutes. And within that clearing is a series of stones and rocks that are spaced out oddly evenly. They're no bigger than. I'm trying to scale here. You ever been to Target?
Wow.
the little round stone things they keep in front, right?
Okay.
Yeah, like that big.
They have
Like
like
just stones,
the-
various size, like various shapes, obviously, but something like that, and they're
But
spread
they're in
in.
a circle?
They are spread in a circle,
Okay.
evenly spaced. At least as much as you can tell, and you immediately recognize this as being the clearing that you saw in your vision.
I see. Okay, good. Um, do I well, I guess what else do I see anything else in the clearing? Like, are there any creatures or is it just the stones or any
It's
other things on the stones?
the stones are. How to describe this? Uh, they they're not carved. Um, Damn it. I'm trying to think of how best to describe this because it's like I have it clear in my head, but it's like words. um,
Are they tall? Are they worn and old? Are they?
um, well, they're definitely old, but like not not in the same sense of like erosion. Um, they are relatively They're shaped differently, and it's due to um, just time, I guess. But like they look, damn it, they look like they've been taken care of.
Some magic shit.
So they're like not like moss covered or anything?
Right.
Okay, so just kind of general, I don't know, like pitting or something from just time
Yeah.
wearing away the stone, but not like on the sea cliff where they'd been eroded by like rain and
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
Are they tall, short
Uh,
in comparison to me?
in comparison to you, they probably come up to like mid thigh.
Okay, so kind of short.
Yeah, like the red stone things that they put in front of targets.
Okay. Like literally, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like as far as like size goes, like
Okay.
relative dimensions to that. But obviously like stones, so they're different shapes.
Do I feel safe here?
Yes.
Do I feel like it's a bad idea to be inside the circle?
No.
I'm gonna go to the middle of the circle.
Okay. As you approach the ring of rocks or stones, and you step into, or I guess past their radius, you notice that there is a stone pattern uh, on the ground that
Oh,
looks very similar to the pattern um, within the veins of the leaf.
oh. Wait, do I know what that is though?
Not. Uh-uh.
Okay, so seeing the pattern going, I know this was on the leaf, but there's no other recollection of this being something that I've
Cor-
seen or
correct.
known before. Okay. And there's still nothing here physically here with me.
Right. Nothing that you can sense, if you will.
Okay. I think I'll sheepishly call out, I'm here. What can I do to help?
Um, you don't get anything in return.
What if I still have that leaf? So what if I place that in the middle of the symbol?
So you reach into your pack, uh, or your pocket, wherever it was that you were keeping the leaf, um, and you go to put the leaf down um, in the center. But as you're doing so, you hear the words, "Ever watchful, our roots run deep." And you place the leaf down in the center, um, and you let go, but there nothing seems to happen.
But I heard that phrase before. Um, so I'm reading back through my notes on the vision, and the bird that I was seeing through, which is the impression I had, lands on a particular stone. Would I recognize which one that was?
Uh, yeah. I'd say if you looked for it, you could determine which stone it was.
I'm gonna go touch it.
Okay. So you more or less backtrack out of the circle to the ring of stones, and the one that's off to your
Oh, the
left.
circle and the stones are separate.
Uh, well, so the stones are in a circle, but within
Or
that,
but the thing inside or the pattern on the floor.
they're not particularly connected. Like like they're not like touching per se.
I misunderstood. I thought that the symbol of
So
like
here,
the wreath of the stones was on the inside
let me
of
do
the
this real
ring.
quick. Um, so if dun, dun. So if so if this is the circle of stones, right?
Uh-huh.
That's the symbol. Or like
so it is in the
that's what
middle.
right. It's in the middle of the circle, but they're not like, it's not like it's like starts right here type thing.
Okay, so then when I heard you say the word backtrack, I thought you meant
Yeah,
I was leaving the full circle, because the thought
sorry.
process was I would still be within the circle of stones and just go up to the front of the one I recognized.
Yeah, that's my bad. When I meant backtrack, because you came to the center, and then you came back to here, to this
I see.
particular stone.
Excellent. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah. So you want to touch the stone?
I would like to lay my hand upon the stone.
Touch the butt.
Touch the butt.
So you place your hand upon the stone, and nothing happens. You do get a feeling, though, I will say, that this place is obviously really old, but also somehow feels sacred to you.
Okay. Well, when nothing happens when I touch the stone, I'll furrow my brow, trying to think of what to do, and then I'll repeat the phrase, ever watchful, the roots run deep. Our roots run deep. Let's see if that's the magic phrase I need.
Did you say your eyes were open or closed?
I'll close them.
Okay. So as you utter the words, ever watchful, our roots run deep, you get this overwhelming feeling of peace wash over you. But also at the same time, you can tell that these vines, if you will, kind of come, like, your eyes are shut, so you're not seeing this, right? But you know what's happening. As you get this feeling of peace, these roots come out of the ground, or these vines, and they kind of snake around your body and envelop you. And only for a moment. And then they disappear back into the ground. And you open your eyes, and standing in front of you is a satyr.
Oh, hello.
She says, "Hello, we've been waiting for you."
I'll look around and point it. Like, me?
"Yep, we've been watching you for a long time." As you kind of, hear her say this, and obviously slightly bewildered, you look around and you notice that, like, the area you're within is almost unchanged, minus you see people and other creatures all throughout this whole area. You see almost like some sort of like hut type situations, and some stall type deals, and you see lanterns and lights and things along those lines. She says, "Welcome. I know this may be confusing. My name is Rosemary." Rosemary, of course, is a satyr, as I said a second ago, with goat-like horns and eyes, and fiery red hair. And she then goes on to say, we, and she gestures around her, are an order of druids and protectors of nature. And we've watched your plight and found your connection.
Found my connection. I'll furrow my brow in confusion.
Your connection to nature.
Oh. Yes, it brought me comfort when I had none.
She says, because of this, it has long been our goal to contact you and to potentially offer you a place amongst the circle of roots. As soon as she says circle of roots, you instantly know what it is she's referring to as far as the iconography that you've seen with the stones on the ground and the veins of the leaf.
Okay. But I don't actually know what that means. Still.
I mean, outside of what she just told you, and that it being a group
order
of
of druids.
an order of
that,
druids.
like,
And
nothing jumps in my brain of, I've heard about this, I've read about this in a book somewhere.
correct.
Cool. Super secret group of people.
She then says that sorry, I'm trying to think of how to describe this. She's very clearly like, happy to see you. And she states that because of your natural tendencies to connect with nature, the council would like to potentially, bring you into the fold and have you join the circle of roots. And I have volunteered to be your guide, if you will.
I see. Before I make any agreement, can I know the terms of joining?
No terms, just take care of nature as you see fit.
Thinking back to my parents' pottery business, going, no terms for business? This seems insane. Well, what would you have me do? Nothing specific?
She kind of turns and glances over her shoulder and says, "Follow me."
Hesitant and skeptical. I'll fall behind with some distance.
Yeah. Can you do a perception check?
Beep, boop, this button. I am on edge and watching everything.
Sorry, one moment. I just need to verify. Okay. As
Okay.
you hesitantly follow, you're naturally how to phrase this. You're walking as you normally would. Like, you're cautious with your steps, but in that process of looking around, you notice quite quickly that there's something different about your hand.
My hand?
Your
Which
hand. Either hand. Both hands, technically.
Oh.
So you pull your hands up in front of your face, and you notice that your scales are blue.
I probably would just stop dead in my tracks.
And Rosemary notices that you stopped and turns to face you. Is everything okay?
While I'm holding up my hands, going, I haven't seen them this color in a long time.
She nods and she says, but this is who you are, correct?
I'll frown and go, I don't remember anymore.
She says, in time you may, but here within the circle, all is as they should be.
I think just a forlorn look would cross my face, and then I'll just keep walking towards her.
Okay. So she turns around and she says, here within the circle, we observe, we watch, and we advise, and we take action. She's pretty nonchalant about it, but she says, as you have heard already, ever watchful, our roots run deep. That is our creed, that is our motto. We watch everything all throughout Velgaia. And we've known of the events that have taken place and the potential events to come.
So you know about the meteor?
Yes.
Where did it go?
It's landed over in the mountains. One of our oldest allies is currently investigating. And at this point, you guys are kind of just inside the circle of stones and closer to the inner area where the iconography is. And you're kind of just walking around, pacing it, if you will, as she's talking and explaining everything. And of course, you're looking around and you're observing and you're kind of just trying to take all of this in.
Yeah, this is wild. So we're just walking at Pacey. She said that she was going to show me something.
Mm-hmm. She will. But you were asking questions, so.
True. I'll ask her, do you know why the meteor fell?
We have our suspicions, which is why our ally is investigating.
As it passed, we saw it raised the dead. It was so concerning, and they seemed endless.
We observed. We were there. And as you guys are walking along, you've noticed that you've more or less wandered close to the center of the symbol. And she stops as you near, and she gestures with one of her hands to the center, and she says, While the council believes you would be a valuable member to our circle, there is a time of trust building, of assessment, and shoot, what's the last word I was just gonna say? And sorry, I'm drawing a blank now. She's basically trying to say that, like, almost apprenticeship. There's a time of like you being observed and observing and it being evaluated and seeing what you do and how you act beyond what you have already. And she's, as she motions and says that, she says, "Please sit."
I'll like look at her with like just a little bit of distrust, but then I'll go sit as she's instructed.
Okay. She comes over and she sits in front of you. And she says, "You still have your leaf, correct?"
Do I still have the leaf? I totally just left it in the middle of the circle, which I assume is somewhere else now.
Let's see. No, we'll make it simple. Um, yes and no, but as you sit down, you did see your leaf sitting there where you had left it.
Okay. I'll pick up the leaf and go. It's right here.
Now, first will come an evaluation through meditation. Take the leaf within your hand, focus upon the roots, close your eyes, and repeat our mantra. And you see her kind of sit up straight and close her eyes and begin her own meditation.
I'll mimic her, and I'm assuming I'm supposed to say the ever watchful our roots run deep.
Are you actually saying that though?
Yes.
Okay. So as
That's
you
the worst that'll come out of my mouth because that's my assumption. I'm not hearing her say anything different.
yeah. So she goes about her meditation and you follow her instructions. And as you begin to repeat the mantra, ever watchful, our roots run deep, ever watchful, our roots run deep. And you start to feel yourself almost become disassociated with your body. And normally when you close your eyes, you can see colors and stuff like that. Suddenly that's gone. It's just darkness. You don't see anything. But then you start to hear this loud, deep, raspy breathing
Creepy.
over and over and over again. It sounds slightly labored. But like you can feel the breathing reverberate through your being, if you will. Suddenly, there's this massive roar, and your vision instantly brightens, and you find yourself towering above a mass of creatures. You see snow-capped mountains within your field of view, and notice massive claws are ripping and tearing at these undead things in front of you.
What color are the claws?
Silver.
Okay, so it's snowy. I'm trying to write down notes. Mountains. Lots of undead. Getting fucked up. Do I see anything else in the vision? Like where the undead's coming from, if the meteor is here.
You
Maybe details about the mountains that might be helpful.
So sorry, I'm trying to think of how I want to describe this. That won't necessarily, fuck anything up. As far as details of the mountains go, you have no idea. You've never seen these mountains before. Nothing looks particular in this instance. You just can, you're surrounded by mountains. As you're seeing this vision and the stuff is unfolding and the clear fighting is taking place, you don't notice that there's a particular focal point of where they're coming from. They're just everywhere. They're fast and slow. Some are, forms you're familiar with, skeletal, zombies, humanoid. Some you're not. Lots of different shapes and sizes. And as you're observing this, you suddenly feel this very stern and serious voice inside your mind. And it says, "I can sense you. Hiding in the corner of my mind as a rat would a cellar. Is it you? The one as ancient as I?" And you start to feel this pressure on your being, as if something is searching. And suddenly, this clawed being leaps into the air. And as they land, you can tell that their size is smaller. Still quite large, but not nearly as towering as it once was. And you feel this sense of anger, and you feel as it's lashing out in this different form. These claws are now still present, but no longer scales. You see fur, and its tinge is, orange with silver tips. But on the tips of the claws, you see these massive extensions of ice as it slashes and tears through the things that it's combating. And you notice that the numbers of the undead are dwindling.
And then the vision continues, or am I
The
shutting
vision,
it out at some point?
yeah, the vision is still continuing.
Okay.
I was giving you an opportunity if you wanted to say or ask questions or anything like that.
No, I'm diligently listening for details from.
Okay.
I get the impression that I am just a passive observer. So, quote unquote, asking questions to whoever I'm seeing through won't make a difference.
Okay. As they continue fighting, and they, you can tell there's only a handful of these beings left. the zombies. It leaps into the air once again, and this time it quickly accelerates into the sky. And as you are looking, you can see the shadow of this massive being, and you know exactly what it is. It's a dragon. And it circles around and it breathes this breath across the land, shattering what was left of its enemies. And it circles once more and it heads what appears to be deeper into the mountains. And it doesn't fly for long, but you can tell that it has passed considerable amounts of land. And it begins to lower itself. And as it gets closer to the ground, you notice this massive carved out stone door in the side of this mountain. And as it gets closer, it appears to be even larger as you feel as though this being is getting smaller. And surely it does. But it is still, you still see the scaled claws as it's walking and, its snout and everything like that. And these doors, as it approaches, creak open and it enters inside. As it's entering inside, you see what appears to be a great hall full of tomes and shelves and equipment and a lavish long table with, rich maple wood chairs. And once inside, they turn to face the door. And you hear this voice again, this time louder and more oppressive. And it says, "I will know you." And it then breathes this fog from its breath. And it coalesces. And right as it's doing that, you feel yourself, your individual being, leaving this form. And suddenly it is as if you are looking upon this dragon. Your vision's slightly blurred, but in scale, you can tell that this dragon is old. And it leans forward to where the tip of its snout is almost touching what you perceive to be yourself, right? And it growls. "You are not who I expected, but still you are here.
Alright.
Who are you?"
Super confused. So I don't think Corin would say anything.
Okay.
This is
They
wild.
pause for a moment, as if pondering, and they say, "You are connected, but how? We will speak again, but next time do not come bearing lies." And as they say that, they've raised their massive clawed hand, and it swings down and smashes your figure, if you will. And you instantly are awake back in the woods. And you see Rosemary in front of you.
Oh boy, she's gonna see like a look of just abject horror on my face.
She is definitely going to notice that you are not okay.
Not
And
okay.
and she's going to tell you not to be afraid. Do not fear. You're safe here. Tell me, what occurred?
I thought we were just meditating, and then I had a vision through the eyes of someone. I thought you said there was an old ally investigating the mountains. I thought it could be them because there were snowy mountains and undead everywhere. And they changed shape, which I know we druids can do. I've not tried it yet, but I know I can now. But then I thought they were being watched by someone else. They were really pissed about it. But I think they were actually knew it. They felt me in the vision. And they were not happy I was there, and I don't know how I got there, and I feel terrible now.
Intruder.
I didn't mean to intrude.
She ponders for a moment. She then says, meditation can often lead to connection. To whom or what causes this? It's not quite clear. You were likely connected to our old ally. If what you say is true of the undead, it is of no doubt.
They wanted to know who I was. Said next time do not come without bearing lies. I don't know what that means. I feel really bad. I didn't mean to intrude on their brain.
They said, do not come bearing lies.
I heard them say, I feel you as ancient as I am in the corner of my mind, and they were really upset. But I didn't think they were talking about me. I'm not old.
They were not likely referring to you.
Oh. When they jettisoned my astral form out of their mind, they did say, you're not who I expected.
Then our suspicions may be true. And you can see that she's definitely a little lost in thought, trying to, process everything that you've said so far.
I'm like sitting on the ground, like with my knees up against my chest, kind of like rocking a little bit.
She notices that you're doing this and she says, again, do not be afraid. And she kind of puts her hand up to like place it on your knee, but she hesitates. She doesn't like quite place her hand on your knee.
I think like I'm just like rattling like, oh my gosh, like if you talk to them, like will you tell them I'm really sorry? I didn't mean to intrude. I don't want to cause any trouble.
Should they speak with us, we will pass along your message. Though from what you have said, you'll likely speak to them before we do.
There's a mix of excitement and then terror that crosses my face.
She goes to stand up and reaches out her hand for you.
Assuming that she's going to help me up, I guess I'll take it.
Yeah. She helps you to your feet, and she says, that was good. We were able to evaluate you and your being, if you will. And the council will have much to consider. For the time being, if you need anything or have any help or need any help in the Judaic ways, I'm here.
Are you offering training?
Yes. I am here to help guide you as your mentor, and you are my, if willing, to be my pledge until a time we feel comfortable with initiating you into our order.
I'll look a little like uncomfortable, but then like relax and say, I accept your offer.
But you're the one dealing.
S- Splendid. And as you say that, she reaches into her side bag and she pulls out a talisman and she hands it to you. And she says, "This is for you. Um, take it as a sign of friendship and to note how to say this, your apprenticeship, if you will." And she extends her hand to hand you the talisman, which is like a necklace.
Okay, I was like, is it like a necklace or like just a freestanding thing?
Yeah, no, it's a necklace. So description wise, the entire piece, save for one part, appears to be made out of wood. But there's something unique about it. The parts that would go around your neck are still a singular piece of wood, but they seem, what's the right word, pliable, I guess. Like they
Oh, like
bend.
vines or something?
Yeah, kind of like vines, but it's definitely solid wood. And the piece that is, I guess, hanging from it, encaged in a spiral of wood, is a piece of black tourmaline.
Ah,
And she says, "This will help you with your casting as you practice your Judaic arts." And she says, "Come to us, speak the words, and we will be here should you ever need guidance or help." And she says, "And your friends should be awake any moment."
I'm just gonna get like wide-eyed and be like, oh no, my friends, I just left them asleep in the woods.
She says they were safe.
Well, that makes me feel better. Thank you, Rosemary,
Word.
for your guidance.
Of course. Change is upon the world, and we are ever watchful. It is our duty to protect nature in all its forms.
Is there anything in particular you need from me now?
No,
The group's other plan was to go find the meteor in the mountains. But with what I saw with the vision, is that a bad idea?
what does your gut tell you?
It's hard to say.
Then perhaps in time it will be more clear.
Okay. Should I bring a gift if I find the person? I feel so bad still.
One as old as they has had it all, so it's not necessary.
Oh. Okay. Well, I guess I should get back to my friends. Unless there's anything else.
No, I mean she doesn't necessarily have anything to say particularly. Like if you if you wanted to ask questions or look around, that's by all means something that you're able to do. But she doesn't necessarily have anything.
Okay, just double checking that there's no like, now you just go on a grand quest, blah 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 blah. Okay. Wait, Rosemary, how
Yes.
this place looks different than when I entered. So
Mm-hmm.
was that an illusion or am I somewhere else? How do I get back to my friends?
You are where you already were. Simply wish to be back. Close your eyes and utter our motto.
Got it. Thank you.
She places a hand over like her heart and she kind of like half nods.
All right, well, I'll close my eyes and repeat the phrase, ever watchful, our roots run deep. Please be.
And you open your eyes and you're back in the woods. Not that you ever left, but you don't see anything.
Right.
And
The village that had just apparated has now disappeared again. Excellent. I'll go running off to check on Nox and the others.
Okay. At this point in time, everyone, you have started to become conscious again. And you start to hear this thrashing and crashing through the underbrush towards you from the direction you were heading.
I'm on edge trying to protect my seeking friends, so I'm more invested in the thrashing and crashing that has just suddenly happened, and I'm readying my bow.
Okay. And as everybody else, comes to and wakes up, suddenly Corin.
He just bursts forth from those bushes. It's like, guys, are you okay?
I'm going to tilt my angle up and fire my arrow.
Like just into the air.
At me?
Well, I was aiming at the sound that was coming crashing through us. Suddenly, I see Corin, and he's just suddenly excited. It's gonna throw me off a little bit. I'm no longer aiming directly at it, but I'm tilting angled away from it, and my fingers let loose.
Okay. Yeah, the arrow just kind of whizzes a few feet above their head.
What the hell, Nox?
Corin, don't do that.
Are you guys okay?
I think so. Turn around and look at the group.
Pat, pat, pat.
Yeah,
You guys
I mean
all right?
they're all awake at this point. Like they're trying getting up and stuff.
Well, Corin,
I think so.
What happened?
Ghouls, Melissa, Ratnob, y'all awake?
I'm so asleep, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not actually.
Just
like,
another
Jake
5
for you to wake
minutes.
me up.
Another 5 minutes. What a nice nap.
Oh yeah, you guys definitely feel super rested. So
What happened?
Well, you guys went to sleep. Corin went off on his own.
We couldn't drag dead, like 3 sleeping bodies with us, so Nox stayed to keep you guys safe. I went to go.
You abandoned us. I see.
I didn't abandon you. I came to complete what I was summoned here to do. So,
Summoned.
yeah.
Or-
Don't worry about it. What I
Okay,
do
dude.
what I do know is that the meteor is definitely in the mountains. but I think it's a really questionable idea for us to go right now.
All right.
Because you remember what happened in the village that we were at when it
Uh,
passed over?
Hmm.
They were undead everywhere, right? It's
Yeah.
it's probably it's definitely the meteor.
Isn't
Okay.
that more of a reason to go?
Yeah.
But I had a vision. There were so many. There were so many. There's more than we could handle.
Weren't you eat mushrooms earlier though?
What?
I remember Knox mentioned something about mushrooms.
I mean, I just assumed that he ate
I
something.
just look like super offended. Like I do not.
I mean, you
Do
druids. I
anything
don't
like
know
that.
how you do. You know about nature and all.
I'm so offended that you think that I am that irresponsible.
Oh my goodness.
Cord, we're out here on a magic vision quest that put the rest of everyone else to sleep. What do you think I was expecting?
Pretty sure drugs don't, summon you to a magic forest. Clearly, that's how they all fell asleep, was forest magic.
Oh,
But as just a new caster, you might not know that.
Magic does everything, Cord. Magic is
So
life.
then why are you expecting that the drugs are the reason for this? There are no drugs.
Because it's magic drugs.
No, there's
How
no
is that
magic
hard to
drugs.
believe? There's magic drugs.
It's just magic.
Magic drugs. Someone can implant your drugs with magic, causing them to be magic drugs. Who magically drugged you, Corn?
Then just the
what have you done?
PTSD sets in.
You were abducted by aliens. weren't you?
More PTSD just sets in, and Corin's just like, this is not what I want to remember right now. What is happening? I just wanted to. We just need to go home.
What happened on your magic adventure, Corn?
I saw a vision of the mountains, and there were lots of undead. I think it's dangerous. We're kind of new to this adventuring thing. I think we're in over our heads.
New.
No, let's go.
Yeah.
There are things to kill, right?
More than we can handle.
I don't believe that. We won't know till we try.
There's also maybe a dragon in the mountains.
I've always wanted to see a real dragon.
I mean, I do too.
So, all the
But-
more reason to go see the dragon.
But I don't think they're gonna be happy to see us.
That's fine. Dragons are never happy to see anyone.
Dragons are never happy.
You're dragonborn. Are you ever really happy to see everyone? You're not happy to see me right now, right?
Yeah, how's the fam?
What do you mean, how's the fam?
Dragonborn, right? You were born from dragon. That's not how that works.
It's like an ancient occurrence from dragons that we became what we are. I don't think
Sure. Well,
there's any
highly of
like
yourself, don't you?
connection. No, it just happened. Because Leslie
So,
doesn't actually
Red-
know the Thor,
Red-
like
I
the
do.
lore that like
No, I
Tim
do.
added to this world on where Dragonborns came from. But
Oh, I mean, Dragonborns came from where they normally come from.
regular D&D,
Yeah.
think it
How
just
long time ago, some dragons banged some people,
Just poof.
and then
Wham.
the Dragonborn came from
One
them
night
eventually.
at a bar.
one night at a bar. I mean, look,
Or it's something
I know
along those
what
lines.
the lore is from Dragonlance, but I don't think that's regular D&D.
Yeah, I think the handbook says something about like it was a pretty rare occurrence of like
Golden
Dragonborn
Golden Lady.
hatching from dragon eggs, but it's like
So we're
so
heading to the-
old that they
we're
don't
heading to the
know.
mountains. Got it.
Oh, well, in regular D&D, it says that they were born either through the act of draconic themed gods or the dragons themselves created the race.
Yeah, something like that.
Originally hatched from dragon eggs as a unique race. Oh, so
Yeah.
that is like the lore that they used in Dragonlance. Anyway, we can go home now.
home to pack to go to the mountains. Got it.
You guys don't want to like stop back at town and get a job to like get some money so we can buy cool armor and stuff?
Do we need cool armor?
Why
Yes.
wouldn't we need cool armor?
I guess. So head
Yeah.
back to the guild hall, see if the same jobs or if different jobs are around, and take those before deciding if we're gonna just venture off to the mountain.
You work.
Yeah, I mean it's up to you guys what you would like to do.
Yeah. Picking up a job would be good.
So back to town.
So back to town for job hunting.
Okay.
Yay, job
Off we go.
hunting.
Right?
I mean, it's not like you're job hunting. They're there.
That's true. Well,
Uh,
I mean, our characters are like going, oh, but like, what if they're not there anymore? Then there might be different ones. Whatever.
well, true, but I mean,
How
I just
long
mean
have
like
we
it's
been away?
at
Hours?
yeah, a couple of hours. So like by the time you get back, it's gonna be like 8:30.
Evening.
Yeah. So I mean,
Bedtime.
that doesn't mean you can't necessarily take a job. Or is it like, yeah, you could just retire for the night. It's up to you guys. But yeah, so if your plan is to head back, you guys about face and head back the way you came. You get back to the city, go through the whole process of getting checked into the city via the guards, and then you go back to the Pharaoh's Drink and you walk in the doors. What do you guys want to do?
Check the job board.
All right.
Down for maintenance.
Yeah. So
Down for its nightly maintenance.
that
Oh no.
that would actually be really funny if like it just continuously went down for maintenance, and like you guys set out on a quest to figure out what is wrong with like why it keeps getting taken down.
Job board.
Yeah.
That
What
would
time
be a
sleep?
very funny one shot.
Yeah, okay, so you go inside, you look over, you can see across the room there's maybe only a small handful of adventurers, the bartender behind the bar counter, and you see that the A&S is closed. It's got bars across the window. Yeah, you
A
look
retail
over.
store that keeps reasonable hours.
You keep yeah, you see the board. You see there's some paper pinned to it. And if Knox is going over there to check it out,
Yes.
it's only been a handful of hours, so yeah, the same jobs are still there.
Okay. So does the rest of the party have a preference?
Of what job?
Yeah.
Nope.
Uh,
All work to me, bro.
Evict
Well-
the lizard people.
The lizard people are. I get out my map. See that it says the Emerald Morass
Mhm.
below us or to the south of us. Are here generally. We don't know where the caravan goes yet. We'd have to go talk to the person. Or the smuggling stays inside the city.
Mhm. So I mean, we could just do the smuggling inside the city. That way, we don't have to leave anywhere.
True.
So is that what you guys the mission you'd like to take or do?
I believe so, Captain.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that you go over to the board and you grab the paper off the board and you fold it up, or you keep it in your hand. You go back to the party, and yeah, the gist of it says to investigate the smuggling of non-sanctioned holy relics into the city, rumored to be spreading curses to the common folk. If their presence is confirmed, proceed with their destruction. Do not recover. And then in smaller print, It says a couple of different details. One of them being that the source of investigation, I guess is how I'll say that, is the dock area, and that the investigation is being funded by the church.
Alrighty.
Off we go.
Okay, so ghouls and Nox, you guys are ready to roll?
Yes, sir.
Everyone else good to go?
Yep.
All right, what's the
Which
game
of the
plan?
Wait.
religions is this?
Don't we need to go to bed? It's 8.
Well, 3 of
I
the
mean,
party
I
members
spent
went
the
to
whole
sleep the
day
entire
sleeping.
day.
Yeah,
I only need
we're-
4
we're
hours.
fine here.
Cord, do you need to sleep?
I technically need to sleep to live.
Sleep to live or live to sleep?
I mean, so technically, just to put this into perspective, you guys traveled from Azalea to Matrusa over the course of a couple of days. That day that you got to Matrusa, you then went to the guild hall, spoke with the guild leader, went about your investigation of the gemstone, your particular stuff that happened. You went into the woods. Some of you fell asleep. Some of you are still awake, and now you've traveled back. So that was all within the course of a day.
So we've done a lot of shit today.
So whether you stay awake or not is totally up to you. I mean, you guys haven't necessarily been in any combat or anything like that, so
I am good to
Do
go.
we hold on though?
Mm-hmm.
Technical
What?
question.
Yep.
Does that mean you're not going to subject us the exhausted condition?
I mean, seeing as you guys have only been awake for like 12 hours, no. Now, if you guys were to adventure into the wee morning hours and then decide to go out and do stuff again,
Well.
then possibly.
I've
Okay.
only been awake a couple hours.
I mean, no, you slept for a couple of hours. You've been awake since this morning.
Yeah, because we got off the boat this morning.
Mm-hmm.
We came and went to the guild, had the chat, went to PW's.
A lot has happened.
Went to the magic place, the magic registry.
Okay,
Oh.
fine.
You should go back and watch that episode. Specifically, the Nox going to register with the Magic Guild. Because it's very funny.
Magic. I'm a magic user now. Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know how magic works. Oops, I hurt somebody.
Better heal him. Done. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
just double checking, like, about, because the exhaustion thing is like what I'm concerned about. Because you're right, like magically, I haven't spent any spell slots. I'm good.
I mean, like I said, I don't know what of the official D&D rules are, but like in my mind, you guys haven't done necessarily enough to be exhausted. You might be a little tired, but a couple of you did sleep for a little bit.
Yeah, I think Corn's probably pretty tired because, like, it's already late and it's been like a weird emotional day of like brain stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, whatever the party wants to do. I just wanted to put it into context so you can properly, or so you can make a decision with more information.
The
Thank
magic
you.
drugs tire you out, huh, Corn?
All tuckered out from the drugs.
There are no magic drugs.
You
Bro,
can't.
There are no
You
magic
can't be certain.
drugs.
You can't say that for certain.
All right, so are y'all going on this mission?
Yeah.
guess I will tiredly tag along,
We
being extra grumpy.
can
Okay.
try to put you in the backpack.
Um,
I don't think you can carry me.
Definitely not.
does it say
Right,
which of the religions this is?
It's the primary religion. Velgaia is what is it? Monotheistic. It's a single, well, not
Wait.
monotheistic. It's a single religion with multiple gods.
Oh, right, because I was wondering that because I was like, oh, church, and then I went back to like the doc that you gave us about like the
Yep.
general this, and it says 3 of the 4 countries are polytheistic,
Yeah, polytheistic.
involve
That's
the
what I'm
North
talking about.
gods, but a specific country, which is not the one we're in, is
Mhm.
monotheistic.
Yep.
So that made my assumption go, okay, well, if you said church, and then a church is just it's like all the gods
Yeah.
come and worship
Yeah.
them all here.
Yeah.
No,
The
it's
go ahead.
And we've heard various priests like Hillmantle speak of like praise to a couple of them at least. So that sounds like that's the norm.
So the paper said dock area and it's funded by the church. Does it mean we need to check in with the church, or we need to check in at the dock area?
I mean, if you're asking, funded just means like they're the one who's footing the bill. You could
Okay.
try and probably go to a church and talk to them if you felt like it. But the specifics on the notice is that like the area that like, so I'm trying to think out of it.
The area we need to start at is the docks. That's
Right.
where we're gonna go. Say, hey, we picked up this job. We're here to investigate. That's at the docks. That's just what I'm trying to clarify for myself.
Yeah, I mean, sure,
It's a
you can
smuggling
just,
problem, right?
yeah, you could just go talk to people at the docks.
Okay.
So smuggling happens where there's freight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would be my assumption. Unless there's anybody in our party that knows anything about how smuggling works.
Pick me.
Are we supposed to know that though?
No.
I mean, do you volunteer that information?
Sure, I'll volunteer that information just because I don't know. I just feel like I would just volunteer to help with that type of thing.
Yeah, so you
Like
guys are sitting there
it's not like
talking about it, and then
right,
he's
and we're
like,
oh, we
oh,
need to
like,
smuggle something. I'm like, I might know how to do that.
yeah,
Or more like we need to figure out how people are smuggling something. And we're all like, do you know how to do that? Do you know what that
Right.
involves? And the rest of us are like,
I'm just gonna have a lot of the answers and then just like not explain why. Thanks for paying attention to that. I totally spaced.
that's okay. All right, so you guys picked a job. You know where you're going. You're leaving from the feral drink, correct? To go on this
yes.
mission. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you guys come to the conclusion of what you're doing, and you decide to head out. And you leave the feral drink, and you start making your way back towards the dock area. Streets are pretty barren. There's not too many people walking around. Most of them are guards. You see a lot of the city guard walking around. You also notice a handful of the Raven Guard every once in a while. As you get closer to the dock, you find more of them intermixed with the guards that are there, and you pass through the gate that you walked through the first time without any issues. Nobody gives a fuck about like the fact that you're there. It's pretty common for people to be coming and going. And you get to the dock area.
So we're in the dock area.
Yep.
Sweet. Or are we just wandering around?
I mean, that's up to y'all.
I have an errand.
You have an errand. What errand could you have at
Ols
this
has an
time of night?
errand?
I have an errand to run. If we're in this particular area.
What do you
Go-
mean you have
what
an errand?
what errand could you run at this time of night?
I mean, I just gotta drop something.
Do you need us to go with you? Do you
No,
not
I'm
want us
good. I'm
involved?
good. BRB, you know. Y'all continue.
Oh, there goes our smuggling expert.
Well, I mean, just for a second, I'll be back. Gotta drop something out.
Okay.
So we'll just
Uh,
wait here? Corn's
Yeah,
confused.
I'm gonna dip for a second.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you guys want to
Dip
wait
for
there,
DM should
Um,
know what I'm up to, but
yeah, I do. I do. I know what you're up to. Um, so yeah, I get. Are you guys gonna wait there? Or are you gonna go start the investigation and you'll just catch up, or what's going on?
I'll go wander around the dock, see what's up.
Okay. What about everybody else?
Yeah.
Mm.
I'll see if I can see anything suspicious.
Wait,
Okay.
ghouls, are you still taking Melissa with you?
Just forget she's in the backpack.
Exactly.
Oh,
Then we
do we
couldn't
lose
hear
him?
Keelan anymore because maybe his
Sorry.
mic
It's
died
gone.
again.
Yeah, that was my B. I didn't realize how this headset muted.
Oops.
It's okay.
Are you
Yeah,
taking
like
Melissa with you?
Am I taking Melissa with me?
Are
Yeah,
you
she's in
too
your backpack.
focused? Yeah. Are you too
Uh,
focused on your errand to remember that
Sure.
Melissa's in your
Yeah.
backpack?
No, I'm just gonna go.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Unless Melissa says something, but I doubt it.
I doubt Melissa
I
will say
mean,
something.
why would I?
Exactly. Melissa's like, cool, shady errands, let's go.
Okay. So, Nox, Rat, Knob, and Corn, you guys kind of spread out in the general area, and you're kind of just like moseying about, trying to look at things and all that good stuff. And you, for the most part, it's a dock. Like there aren't too much going on. Like there are some crew hands coming and going from the city, because they're on shore leave and stuff like that. Um, for the most of the noise that you can hear are coming from the ships themselves, of like some general chatter and yelling or shouting from like people having a good time while they're at port and all that. But there's not a whole lot of um
Work.
like work going on. Then as far as you go, ghouls, you kind of head off away from everybody else, and go ahead and I want to say investigation, but let me double check. Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check as you're walking around.
I don't like that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as you're walking around, you come across a barrel that is marked with um, the seal that you're looking for.
Nice. I'm gonna drop off my mabob and leave.
Okay. You know open up the lid real quick, drop it in there, shut it, and you head the other way.
Missive.
Out of game stuff, if you're wanting to actually send anything, I don't know if this is just like you're going through the motions, but if you're actually wanting to like gather information and such like that, just shoot me whatever it is that you're looking
Yeah, sure
for.
thing.
Yeah. And then I'll tie that in at some other point. Yeah, so you drop it off, and you didn't have to go very far until you spotted it. And so double back to where you were, and you see everyone else kind of poking around a little bit.
All right. Righty ho, everybody. I am back. Wink again.
No, nice.
What y'all been up to?
Not much. Nothing seems out of the ordinary, but then again, I don't know what's ordinary here in the docking
Very
area.
cool.
Yeah,
Well,
how do we find smugglers?
smugglers. All right. Smelling for the smugglers. Usually the bars. Yes. By the.
Are there bars by the docks?
Also the customs. You can pay attention to the customs agents or whatever, or the people unloading the ships.
Like the
Was it
you're talking like the
ship
dock
masters?
masters
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
are like
The
checking
guy that
the
keeps track of the
inventory and
cargo
stuff.
coming and going. Yeah, pay attention to him because people are going to be like paying him off for like cargo, aka smuggling. Just a thought. Ask
So
some.
what you're saying is we need to go shake down
We just need to
this.
pay attention real quick. Keep an eye out for some money changing hands. Usually that means there's some shady business because all the other money is done at the managerial level and such. This ain't no payday. Why are you getting paid?
Yawn in
Damn,
real life to go
first
with
step.
Corin's actual yawn. Sleepily rub my eye. Didn't the paper say people were getting cursed by these objects? Should we ask about that and see who they got that shit from?
True.
Where do cursed people go when they've got a problem? How do you fix
Warlock.
that?
Ask the Muppet.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Well,
Yes. What's happening?
we're trying to figure out where the cursed people would go to get fixed so that we can maybe ask them where they got the thing that cursed them. Following the cookie trail back to the source.
Oh, no, you look.
I mean, I wouldn't know that at all.
No, I don't think most would know.
Warlock wouldn't know anything about curses. Be around for world.
I mean, I guess
Not
the-
really. Not really.
does anyone have any form of like either curse detection or magic detection? Maybe we could follow a trail that way.
I mean, if we had let me sleep, that could have been a tomorrow problem. Because I did not bring detect magic today.
That's because I can detect magic.
Oh shit, that's right. But I don't know that.
True.
So yeah, I didn't bring detect magic today, so I can't help.
Hmm.
I could heal you. I can throw an ice knife. I can punch people with thunder. Or I can talk to a squirrel. That's what we got today.
Okay.
That's all I
Well-
got for you.
Well, do you see any squirrels around? Maybe the squirrels know
I mean, it
something.
doesn't have to be a squirrel, but
Do you see any animals around? Maybe the animals know something.
I mean, maybe. Do I see? Trying to think, because talking to animals is based on their intelligence. So, like a dog or something, or maybe a cat. Birds are stupid. I'm not going to talk to a bird unless it's a raven. Do I see any ravens or crows in the area?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Just-
you do. There are animals in the area. There are ravens around. There's they're just hanging out. This area is notorious for them, which is why their iconography is used.
Oh, I just thought that was just because the trading company liked ravens. I didn't think that ravens would have been that common. Okay. Are you guys good with waiting 10 minutes?
Sure. What else are we gonna do?
All right.
Okay, and then I'll I don't know, sit next to a barrel or a box or something and begin ritual casting Speak with Animals. Takes 10 minutes to not spend a spell slot.
I thought its duration was just 10 minutes.
Its duration is 10 minutes, but it's a ritual. It can be a ritual cast. So if you ritual cast something, you don't spend the spell slot on it.
Okay. Okay.
Because it's you're around waiting like the 10 minutes and in-game time for the spell to happen.
No, that's fair. Okay, what's everyone else doing?
Observing Corn ritual cast. Because magic.
What is it? What does it look like? What does it look like?
All right, Ratnob, Melissa Goals, what are y'all up to?
Still just looking around the docks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ask the Dogmaster some questions probably.
Sure, I'll go with goals.
Okay. So while Nox observes Corin, you three are gonna head and look for the Dockmaster.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. How would you like to go about doing that?
I mean, as a person who knows their way around docks, I should be able to find the offices, right? By looking around.
Yeah, I mean, you can just wander around until eventually you come across it, but
Yeah.
it's hard to say how long that would take.
I mean, I'm saying that it wouldn't take very long because I'm accustomed to docks. That makes sense.
I get what you're saying. So you're wandering around looking for this office.
Right.
You eventually come across it. You see, as you get there, you see a singular guard posted outside the door to the building, and it appears as though there's no lights coming out of any of the windows.
All right. So it's out there, unless it's the middle. Oh, it's nighttime, right?
I mean, it is in the evening, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
Well, nothing there.
9:30.
Maybe people unloading cargo at this time of night is going to be kind of suspect. So maybe go observe some of the people unloading their ships.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of make your way along the or like to the actual dock area where the ships are harbored. And you see some people walking around.
Can I go question some of the dock workers
Yeah, absolutely.
and just secretly thieves can't ask them whether they're involved in any smuggling?
Okay. So you walk up to like the first dock worker that you see that's nearby, and you ask them via thieves can't. I don't know what that would translate to. I looked for an online translator, by the way, because I thought that would have been cool to try and utilize, but no. You ask them, essentially it comes out to being like that you're trying to find out about any nefarious deeds, and this particular person kind of just looks at you like they don't know what the fuck you just said,
Well,
and they're like,
no,
are you washed, mate?"
I'm having a normal conversation with them, but it's all in got a secret layer of code behind it.
Well, all right, but isn't thieves can't similar to what's it called? Yeah, no, thieves can't originates from England. Where different words have different meanings than what it's intended to mean.
Yeah, but it
And
still sounds like I'm asking a normal conversation.
Okay, I guess my understanding of what thieves' cant was is different then.
I mean, yeah, people are going to look at you weird and pay attention if you start saying random stuff.
Okay, I would still say that this individual, they're not sure what you're asking. Like I have no idea what you mean. Like I haven't heard anything about that.
Move on to the next one.
All right, that dock worker, he kind of just goes about his way. You come out to the next dock worker. And what would you like? What do you say? Like I know
still
what your
inquiring
intention is.
whether
What are
they're-
you actually saying though?
Yeah, just asking them about their business.
Okay. They like look you up and down, and they're like, well, we just made port earlier in the day, bringing goods over
Goods
from
over from where?
Sorry, hold on. Why does this not say this? 1 second.
Fuck off, cat.
You kick a cat that's like walking past on the dock. Fuck, there it is.
I hope Corin doesn't try and speak to that one. Probably not going to be helpful.
What do I? There we go. From Donasso, the Commonwealth.
Yeah. So he doesn't know anything either.
I mean, he's just answered your question that like they just made dock earlier today, and they were bringing goods from Donasso. They're not specific in any way.
Okay. Yep. I give up on my hunt.
Sorry, I've been
Okay.
talking, but I muted myself and then it wouldn't let me unmute.
Oh my gosh, Keelan, today has
I,
been
like,
horrible for you.
literally,
Yeah,
I was
man.
mashing the button and it would not unmute. I was
That's
just trying to
frustrating.
see- Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Well, what were you saying then?
We were talking to that guy and he was like, I don't know anything. And
Yeah.
then Ratnov was like, all right, on to the next one.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to just kind of like let Ratnov go do that and
Yep.
just kind of sit back and watch the people working to see if I can notice any suspect activity.
Okay. And you're looking specifically like in the dock area.
Yeah.
Where the
I,
ships are?
Post up on some tall boxes or something and like just gaze around.
It's always a struggle for me to decide what like check to have you do. Let's go ahead and roll perception.
Always with the perception.
I mean, perception and investigation are like our top
No.
checks.
Um
Because it's looking with our eyeballs.
Yeah, so how to phrase this? So there's not a lot of work going on from what you can tell offhand. You notice, sailors and dock hands coming and going from the area, to their ships, and some of them are making their way into town. Every once in a while, a couple of them are, they might be carrying a box or two towards the towards like the warehouses and stuff like that. That's within the dock area.
Okay. No shady deals going down that I can observe.
Not from what you can tell.
All right. Hopefully my boy Ratnob's doing better than me.
I am not.
This is Omar's mom.
So yeah, so you talk to that second person, Ratnob, and yeah, they tell you where they came from and they when they got into port. Were you specifically looking for someone that might know Thieves' Cant?
Well, yeah, I'm having conversations with them, but like putting my secret message in Thieves' Cant.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to verify that that's what you were trying to do. I assumed that's what you were attempting to do, but yeah, yeah, he answers your question. You said that you were kind of gonna just let it go or whatever. He's like, "Are you looking for work?"
Yeah, could always make an extra buck.
Well, I think we a couple of our ship hands decided that they were gonna settle here. But the captain might be looking for more people to set out tomorrow back to Donasso. You're welcome to join us if you'd like. I'm sure I could talk to the captain.
Sure.
Okay.
What time tomorrow? Because I'll probably spend my last day on shore going for a drink then.
Yeah, we plan to make for Donasso tomorrow, first thing in the morning.
Okay. I'll see you then.
What was your name again? I don't think I caught that. Ratnob. Okay. I'll make sure I talk to the captain.
All right. I'm just gonna join up with Goals again.
Okay. You walk over to Goals, who's kind of just been observing stuff.
Yeah, what up, Ratnob? What did you find out?
Absolutely nothing.
Samesies. Let's go find the others.
Yeah, you guys make your way back, and yeah, I'll say at this point, it's been over 10 minutes, so you cast your spell, Corin, and
Awesome.
this just makes it to where you can talk to them, right?
Yeah, it just
knowledge, awareness,
it
a beast,
says
limited intelligence, a minimum. The beast can give you information. Great. Okay.
yeah, so they I mean, depending on how smart the animal is, but
Okay. Yeah, so you cast a spell, and one of the ravens that are chilling nearby, they jump from their perch and they, float on down, and they land in front of you, and they kind of sit there for a second, and they tilt their head, and they say, "Hello."
oh, hello, little raven friend, and I guess I'll offer like some crackers from my pouch.
Quick question: do I hear Corin speaking common, or do I hear her speaking like a bird? Him, sorry.
Mm,
I don't know if it's supposed to be telepathic or like verbal.
it says you gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. So I think
I think you hear them talking.
yeah, I think through magic I'm speaking common, and then there's a magical connection between me and the raven that like translates it.
Yeah. All you're hearing
For
from the
us.
raven though is caw caw caw.
Okay,
Squawk,
so
squawk.
I at
Chirp,
least
chirp.
hear Corin's side of the conversation.
Yep.
Okay.
I would say that's what's going on.
That would be
Makes
crazy
sense
though
to
if
me.
it was like me just making stupid bird
that,
noise.
Just
that is what honestly, that is what I was fully expecting. Was just Corin just to be going caw 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 caw, and the bird caw 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 caw. Just like, oh, that didn't sound like a good caw, Corin.
They kind of tilt their head, see that you have like crackers in your hand or whichever. They hop forward, take a couple bites, and they're like, "Thank you."
I have some questions if you can help.
And they look at you for a second, and they're like, "Yes."
We've been told that there are people who have become cursed in the area from objects. Have you seen any of this happen? Are you and your brethren?
You can tell they're processing your question. They're kind of doing their little head tilts every once in a while. And they say that they haven't seen anything, but that they can check with the others. And they caw again a couple more times, and you see like 4 or 5 other ravens float their way down and like land in front of you. And they all say hello, like like almost like the seagulls from Finding Nemo. They're just all like
Mine.
hello, hello, hello.
Well,
And then does the raven I was speaking to like talk to them, or
No, they're all there to talk to you.
oh, okay. Hello, friends, and I offer some more crackers for everybody. We're looking for objects that are hurting people, but not. We don't think they're shiny things, like swords and blades, where they grab a hold of something that looks holy. Don't know if they know what that means.
Well, couldn't holy objects also be shiny though, Corn?
I mean, you're not wrong, but I don't want them to get confused with blades.
Yeah. I mean, you said no swords.
Like no swords or blades, but they grab a hold of an object and then they're distressed or hurt or transformed. I don't know what the details of the curse are. Something bad happens to them. Something really bad.
So they're all listening, and they're like, mm-hmm. They kind of like look at each other for a second, and they say, "No stabby things."
No stabby things.
And like you could tell they're trying to think of like things that people could grab to hurt other people or themselves. And they're like, how to phrase this? They One of them like says, they say, um, big human houses, full of hurty things.
the heck?
Human house is full of hurty
The
things.
cinnamon toast.
And then you get the feeling that like they're not quite grasping what it is you're looking for, as far as like specifics. They they've obviously observed people long enough that they see people get hurt by all sorts of shit.
Fair.
So they're I guess maybe almost even a little confused as to what it is you're looking for.
Oh, the hurt is unnatural. They might understand what that means.
Ooh, while Corn is talking to the birds, um, are there any guards nearby?
I would say that there's probably a couple of guards walking past every so often.
I want to stop and ask a guard if they have a holy symbol on them of some sort.
Okay. Yeah, so like like Corin's talking to them. You see a couple guards walking around, and you approach one, and he sees that you are approaching, and so they kind of stop and watch you.
Hello. Quick question for you guys. Do either of you have a holy symbol on you?
Yes.
May I borrow it, or could you come over to my friend over there? We're investigating the current rash, the current smuggling that's going on, and we're trying to get information out of some of the ravens that have been in the area. I think it might help to show a raven what a holy symbol might look like, because it doesn't sound like my friend over there is having too much time. I can't understand birds, but I can understand him.
They kind of look at you weird and they say smuggling.
Yeah. Have you not heard of smuggling in the area?
We do our best to make sure that's not happening. So, news of smuggling what exactly?
Cursed holy objects.
We have heard nothing of this.
Hmm.
And yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Well, that's good. Maybe it is a false rumor and we won't get anything out of this, but we're part of the Adventurers Guild. We're just following our job description. Would one of you mind coming over and showing your holy object to the birds?
Okay. Sure. And
Out of
he's
context, that
definitely
sounds insane.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely like a little unsure of what you're asking about, but he is curious because of the smuggling that you've mentioned.
Okay.
So he follows you back over to where Corin is.
Corn, this guard has a holy object. You think that would help to show the birds?
Yes, that would be very helpful.
He pulls up on a chain that was tucked underneath his shirt and armor, and as he's pulling it out, you see a almost like not a coin because it would be bigger than that, but like a
Kind of
disc
medallion.
shaped
Medallion.
medallion. Yeah, that
Okay.
has various runes carved on it, and you can tell that they represent various things like that would help them, like protection and things like that. Something that like somebody that's a guard might wear as
Hmm.
an object, and they're like this.
Perfect.
And I'll look at the birds and say, objects like what this man is wearing to
And
call upon the gods.
they tilt their
Some of
head
them are
and look
bad.
up at him, and they tilt their heads back and look at you and then look at each other, and you kind of hear them like kind of like muttering amongst themselves, and they're like have we seen have we seen big houses, big houses, big houses. And two of them take off, and one of them, the one that you called initially, says they go look. And yeah, they just are letting you know that they're going to look.
Okay.
Corn, two of them took off. What's going on?
They're gonna go look around.
Okay.
All
Then
of the sudden.
I'll at this point I'll turn back to the guard and say thank you for your time. We'll let you know if we find anything else.
He looks at you both. He says, "Okay, just don't stick around here too long. Like you're not allowed to just hang out."
That's fair.
no loitering.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, that's what he's getting at. And he's like, if you need anything, we'll be through the area all night. And he turns around and walks off. And
Cool.
at this point in time, obviously, Ratnob and Ghouls, you guys have gotten back. Like,
You're just
probably
seeing
like
me
by the
chitter
time,
chatter at
yeah,
birds.
by the time the second group of birds had landed, you guys were there.
More like, what the hell?
What the?
A
I
bird
guess while we're
summoning shit.
waiting for the other birds to come back, have have before I started talking to the birds, did we see the dockmaster anywhere, or is it too late for him to be out doing shit?
I mean, uh, Ghouls and Ratnob went looking for a dockmaster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we didn't find him.
Okay. Well, I'll look at my new friend and say, my new bird friend and say, okay, while the others go check, one more question. Someone who's very important here on the dock, everyone comes to talk to them when they need to move lots of objects. Have you seen any particular sailors handing them lots of shinies secretly?
Again, they think in process and they say lots of shinies. Always.
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 Recently?
Yes.
Do the sailors come from one ship?
They definitely have to think about that one, but then they respond, no.
All of the ships?
Yes. All ships, mini shinies.
Specifically to this person?
Yes.
I don't know if that information helps us. I don't know if the birds understand.
I mean, that information could just be, yes, they see a lot of smuggling money changing hands. Could
That's
it
what
be
I
our...
also thought. Like, the smuggling thing is like a widespread problem. Or
There's more
they're
than
not
just smuggling
understanding what's
cursed
being
objects
handed
are going on.
over.
Yeah.
I see.
And as you guys continue your conversations, one of the two birds that left has come back and landed and says that they said found things.
What did you find?
Found things.
Uh, like what the man had?
Yes.
Where?
Big house. I show.
Okay. I'll look at Knox and say, so the bird is telling me that he found big house with lots of the shinies that the guard had, and he would like to show us.
Okay, that's good. That's a start.
So,
Off
time
we
to
go.
follow the ravens. Okay. So I'll look back at the ravens and say, "Oh, thank you so much. I would love to follow you."
The one kind of caws a little happy and then jumps in the air and the rest follow him. And they kind of just circle for a minute and then they start heading towards the south or towards the eastern side of the dock warehouse area.
So still in the dock area.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Because I was like sitting around like, man, if they take me to the church, I'm gonna be grumpy. But they tried their hardest. Okay, so we'll follow after them.
Going on an adventure, guys.
Right. And then let me really
Dips off into
quickly
the distance.
let me get a couple things here. I'm gonna end that for real fast because I don't want spoilers.
Spoilers. How dare.
And then
I
I'll
guess it'd be worth noting that I would like to proceed with some caution of keeping an eye out to make sure that we're not about to get jumped by ne'er-do-wells. Because
Good
we're in a
looking out.
city and I don't trust cities.
That's
Man,
fair.
just punch people in the face. They learn. What is it? Was the Mike Tyson quote? It's like everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
that
You know what?
that
That's
is true.
probably true.
True. Unless their plan is to be punched in the face.
Yeah.
Distraction.
They are a badass. Ooga booga boo latte. He's laying in his little bed on my desk looking so cute. Yeah.
And then do this. And then I just need... Oh, wait. Reset. That's not what I wanted. Doing the wrong things here.
It is 4, which is also midnight. Diesel.
True.
Yeah, I was going to get this
Yeah.
set up and then ask, but
While
It's
you're
up to
getting
you
that
guys.
set up, we can all chit chat about it.
yeah.
How you feeling, Diesel?
Yeah, I'm alright.
What about you, Keelan? You're usually
Why is
busy.
it me that's assumed?
Well, don't you and Kayla go on like dates on Saturdays and stuff?
That's true, but Kayla is currently injured, so we are not going anywhere.
What?
Oh, no.
Currently
happened?
injured. Wait, what?
Well, she has. Okay. She has a bacterial infection covering all of her legs from the knees down.
What the heck?
Ooh.
That's not good.
5-day injury.
Yeah, I
It
hope that
was like,
goes away fast.
well, it was. She had like an allergic reaction or something. I don't know. She like shaved her legs, and then we went to the like spa or whatever, and they gave her a sugar scrub on her legs, which infected the hair follicles in her legs. So every one of her hair follicles on her legs became like
Oh
a
my
red
Oh.
red thing. So not only did she like react poorly to the scrub, but it was also followed by an infection.
Ooh.
That
Yeah.
I mean,
sucks.
I've heard about like being really careful after you like wax to
Yeah.
be careful about infections and stuff like that. I didn't think that shaving your legs could.
Yeah.
The sugar scrub would open up all kinds of. That sucks. I'm
So
sorry, Kayla.
yeah, she can't walk.
One more
We
reason
went
to
to
keep
the
hairy legs.
urgent care,
Yes,
and they
Diesel.
gave her antibiotic and an allergy thing. But the antibiotic, or sorry, yeah, the antibiotic makes her throw up.
Oh.
Oof.
So not only
Ooh,
can she not walk, but she is having a great time elsewise.
goodness gracious.
That
Wait,
sucks.
which antibiotic did they give her?
Starts with a P, I think.
Penicillin?
Probably just penicillin.
Penicillin?
Yeah.
No, not
Okay.
Penicillin.
Share this. Wait. No, that's the wrong thing.
So does that mean you guys won't be there tomorrow?
Well, probably I can.
Oh, you're just gonna leave her home all alone?
I don't think you should leave her home alone.
She's always thinking her head alone.
We're not hearing anything.
Yeah,
you're
kind of breaking up a little there.
She enjoys being alone at the apartment sometimes.
But
Oh,
what if
but
she
she wants
needs?
some alone time.
But what if she needs something? Because you said she can't really walk.
I mean, she can like hobble around. As long as, like,
Everyone
Rosie
needs a
doesn't
good
have to
hobble
join
every
her.
once in a
She
while.
can't like put on shoes or socks, but she can like shuffle around.
Okay. Okay, so you follow the flock of ravens, and they get to this certain area on the east side of the docks, and they start circling a particular warehouse, and so you guys would be approaching. Let me do this and bring this to here. Delete that stuff.
Is this a bird's eye view, Tim?
Yeah.
Okay.
So y'all would be approaching from this direction.
Following a bunch of birds.
Yeah.
Following a bunch of birds.
Do we see this? I don't know what this icon that says DW is.
It's a dock worker.
Dock worker.
Okay.
Okay, so do we see this person?
Yep.
DW is Arthur's little sister. What a
That
That's
is
also
true.
Yeah, you do see this dock worker.
This
Are they
sign can't
just-
stop me because I can't.
I can't read. Are they just standing there?
Yeah,
Do they acknowledge us as we come up? Like, do they at least acknowledge our existence?
they don't see you at first.
Okay.
Do they look like they're standing guard? Or are they
Yes.
like
They are barring the entrance. Like you can tell they're just standing there looking around.
I assume that I had taken the lead on following the birds. So if I see the person standing there, I'll come to a stop and stop the others.
Okay. So right as you guys are getting
Hopefully
to
outside of that person's view, but
approach the building, you here, let me do something real quick. Let me do this. Do. This should work. Okay. And then have you guys go here. And then go. Oh.
whoops.
No! That's not what I clicked. Oh, it's because it's
Oh.
on.
Teleport.
Why don't you
Hold on.
unshare your screen and move all of our tokens, and I'll go to the bathroom real quick.
Fine.
You're doing great. No pressure.
Yeah, okay, fine. I'll do that real fast. I didn't think I thought I had the scale right this time.
Nice.
Okay, so Corin, you took the lead. What else? Like, how else are you guys stacked up here?
I mean, it looks good to me. I don't know why we would need any other order
Okay.
other than Melissa being in the backpack unless she's walking around.
I think Melissa's in the backpack.
Okay. Doop. Okay, so you come up to here, and yeah, you notice the dude standing there. So then you're like, oh fuck, and you pop back.
Would he cast a spell on him to make him walk forward?
We don't even know if this is the right spot,
But it is a starting spot.
but it is a starting spot. Is the warehouse, at least from our when we had like the angle that we had approached it, or maybe just generally warehouses, do they have windows? There only one entrance.
They have windows, but they're like up super high towards like the top, like almost where like the top of the roof connects. You know, like, and the purpose is just to let light in.
That makes sense.
I mean, we've got 3 people who are at least 6 foot.
Yeah, they're way tall.
They're way taller
This is a
than that.
warehouse. You couldn't reach the window unless like maybe all 3 of you stood on top of each other.
Well, that's what I was getting at.
Oh, okay.
Together we are 18 feet.
If we band together, or we could throw the smallest one up,
True.
or guys, I learned how to do a new thing.
Oh boy.
So if I could turn into something small enough to like investigate. What do you guys think that should be? Are any of the windows open, or do they look like they open, or are they like solid
Just panes
windows?
of glass.
They're just panes of glass.
I figured, but maybe I could squeeze in underneath the door.
Or we could just walk up to the dock worker.
True.
If they're smuggling stuff, they're not going to be happy that somebody's here.
That's true, but again, we followed one raven who found something We don't know if that something is the right something.
Which is why I was suggesting that I could turn into a rat and scurry in and take a look. But if you guys want to go talk to the dock worker, we can start a fight. It's fine.
You seem to be opposed to fighting.
Whip, whip, whip.
What?
What? Yeah. So you guys are sitting here talking, right? Trying to figure out what you're gonna do.
Fuck it, I'm gonna
Yeah.
turn into a rat.
Go
Let's
for
go
it.
with plan rat.
Actions. I have to click a thing. There we go. So, okay. I can magically assume the shape of a beast, so I figured like a dock rat would be fine. And I can do it for 1 hour right now. So I'll just poof a rat. And I'll
Okay. What?
scurry along the side of the building
Where
towards
is
the
it?
door to see if I can squeeze in. Or maybe there might be a hole in one of the walls along the way.
Yeah. Let me just double check.
Mirror you.
Also retain all your skill and save throw proficiencies. Okay. I just wanted to verify.
Oh, I guess I should bring up rat skills in case they have a better perception.
I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't know, mine's +5. But what's
Theirs is their passive perception is 10, which I'm pretty sure is higher than your passive perception, which is 5. So
rat?
I just wanted to double check, like,
Oh my god, rats have dark vision.
yeah,
Fucking, I mean, their passive perception is only 10.
yeah, that's what I said.
Perception is
Isn't it 5?
no, my passive perception is 15.
Wait, what? Oh, my bad. I was looking at the wrong spot.
Yeah, it's in the senses box.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if like you had any additional stuff there, but I'm pretty sure. What is your dexterity? 14? Okay, I just wanted to make comparisons for stats real quick. Okay, so
But I
you
keen smell, which means I have advantage on wisdom checks when it comes to smelling stuff.
so you whoop.
Jar smelling stuff.
Does it smell like chloroform?
Does it smell like murder?
So yeah, you cast your wild shape and assume the form of a rat, and
You made my icon tiny. I love it.
and so what's your game plan?
My game plan was to scurry over towards the door, thinking I could scurry under it. But if there's like also a hole along the wall as I scurry by, I might try and just squeeze on through there. I'm looking for a place to squeeze into the building.
Yeah, I would say, what is a rat's view distance? I don't know if it tells me.
My speed is 20 feet. Oh, the view distance? I have dark vision up to 30.
Yeah. Okay. So you come up to here and you like get to this point. You're not seeing any cracks in the walls. So to get in the door, go ahead and do a stealth check.
Oh,
Oh, gonna get
hold on.
stomped.
Then my cat spills out of my lap. Stealth check. Buy better dexterity. Yes, latte. 12?
As you're heading towards the door, you do see that there is enough space for you to get underneath it. The guard does notice you, and it's like, "Oh, gross, fucking rat!" And you scurry under the door.
didn't think anybody would think twice about a rat in a dock.
Yeah. I mean, he noticed you, but he's like,
Ew,
yeah,
a rat.
yeah, he's fucking like, gross. So as you come
Yeah.
inside, this is what you can see.
A whole lot of nothing.
At least so far.
You only see straight in front of you.
Well, I don't have the fancy tools to do a cone, okay? Here, can I do...
Could you do like a circle and just do a half circle?
Oh, a half circle would be probably good.
You know what? I don't think I could do a half circle. Sorry. I'm using the wrong one, though. Oh, I just want this. Select none.
Latte, you need a pick. Either you get to be in my lap or not.
That's what you see.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to my right, look around.
Turn to your right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of want to do like a little sweep visually.
Okay.
What's in here? Do like a little half circle. Latte.
Pretty sure you could see too. There. So from where you are, this is the extent of what you can see. Probably could see like that way a little bit.
Oh boy. I guess I'm gonna start like crawling up on boxes and seeing if I can see inside them or crates or whatever. I'm looking for obviously what the crows thought they saw here.
Okay. Yeah, so you're, you come down here, you're looking through what's here. You see a lot of food and produce, and here you see some books and some other stuff. And you are small enough to probably pass through these shelving units, if that's what you were wanting to do. But this is, you're along in here. Did you want to go over and check this stuff, or kind of guide
I think I'm
me
gonna
here a
keep
little bit?
going towards the right.
Okay. So you're gonna plop down on this other side, and then I'm gonna say when you plop down, you saw that, and you could see this. These are like racks, so you can easily see through those. And in doing so, see the stock worker here, and he's just kind of standing there. You can tell he's talking to somebody.
My goodness, I'm gonna scurry closer and listen in. Like underneath the racks, or I don't want to be seen.
Yeah. So you
Just a
come over
mouse trying
here.
to find some crumbs.
Yep. Squeak, squeak, McSqueakers.
Squeak, squeaking.
Oh
Doesn't
god, I don't
work
know
properly.
why, but I just got the image of Little Nightmares.
Are
Just
there?
you,
Oh.
just you being 6 or mono running around this big area, trying not to be seen by the inhabitants of the dock.
Although I guess it's a little bit easier because I am a mouse and not a small child.
You see this individual here, which is who he's talking to.
So I see Mr. T.
Sure.
Mr. T. Come on, sucker.
Okay. And I'll scurry closer to like listen in, so wherever I can start hearing what they're saying.
Oh yeah, I mean you could definitely start hearing what they're talking about right where you are.
Cool.
They're just, from what you can tell as you're listening in, they're just talking about general bullshit about like them needing to inventory and what's coming and going, and he's sitting here doing paperwork and like counting some coins and stuff like that. He's talking about like a ship that just came in, and talking about like needing more workers for things and stuff like that. It all seems to be pretty general, nothing too specific.
Oh, I get the impression that maybe I'm listening to the dock master. Maybe. Has he mentioned any specific ship names?
No, he's just talking about like we unloaded that shipment from the ship this morning that came in, and like we are shorthanded. We need more workers. Uh, I understand like there's a lot more people here in the city due to the comet crashing in, but like that also means that like we're gonna start running out of stuff. We need to like stock up more, et cetera, et cetera. They're not mentioning any specific cargo or any ships or anything along those lines.
Interesting. Can I not see like directly east of my coin?
Like in front of you, like this direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Like if I just didn't do it because like you plopped here
I'm
and then you
looking.
came to these and you're like looking at them. You haven't looked over here yet.
Yeah, I'm debating like, can I, like, if what's over there, and can I dart over and still stay?
If you want to
higher
move
than-
from like here over to this side, you would just you could try it. You would just need to do a stealth check.
Because I'm so good at that. Yeah, I want to sneak over to the boxes
Okay,
while
go
he's
ahead and
chattering, because he's not giving me anything that's nice and fun to listen to.
yeah, go ahead and
Boop. Oh, dice. You're terrible. With a 5.
okay, yeah, you hop down and you start making your way this way, and you see,
Scatter.
yeah, you see this guy. He notices you, like, because he's facing this direction. I need to probably start doing that with some of the markers, but he is facing this way because he's talking to this guy, right? And he notices you in the background. He's like, oh, and fucking, we got these goddamn rats here.
Oh shit.
And
I'm gonna
you,
like go around the
yeah,
boxes.
you scurry like in between the rock, in between the boxes and stuff like that. And you hear this guy. He's like, hey, Jim, get that fucking rat out of here. And
Do we hear anything from like? Is it?
Through the wall.
Yeah. Is it thick walls? Like, does it completely
yeah,
cut out sound?
I mean, there's stone walls with wood holding them up, so it's, I'm not gonna say that you wouldn't hear anything, but it wouldn't be coherent. Like you would just hear that. Yeah, like if you were listening, like really listening, you'd hear that like
There's some kind of commotion on the inside going on, but not be able to tell what words are being said.
yeah. Wait, why did I not get? Why did that do that? Sorry, hold on. Why is it? There's supposed to be 2 icons here. Okay,
Icons,
that's
hello?
him. That's the original. So this one.
It went to space. Jim went to space.
Oh, here we go. That's why.
Jim's
I'm
not
checking
here
the right
right
one.
now.
And like you hear footsteps come from this side. And there's another dock worker who walks up to these barrels, and or these boxes, and he starts like shifting them around, looking for you.
Oh shit! I'm definitely gonna like scurry between them towards the wall to like get in, like to go towards like the corner and kind of do like a perimeter around these assholes.
Okay. So you wanting to go this way?
Yeah.
Okay. So you hop down. Go ahead and stealth check again for me.
All right, dice. That's a
Don't
bit
fail me
better.
now.
Yeah. You
14.
scurry over here. He doesn't see you, but he does hear you move, and he's like, "This motherfucker, damn
I'm gonna
rats."
find that damn rat. I'm gonna keep going up north.
All right. You get over here. I would say because he's like back here looking for you. Where he doesn't know you go this way at all.
Haha, bitches.
So at this point, you can see all of this stuff.
Cool. Hoping that asshole is distracted. I'm gonna like scurry into this box a little bit, look around. Am I seeing? I'm not seeing like any holy symbols that of any sort in here. It's like big piles of shit that's being shipped.
I mean, you're seeing all sorts of stuff.
Like,
Without
like
the
vegetables and stuff.
yeah, there are like crates and things of vegetables, but there's also just boxes. But you without like opening them, you wouldn't necessarily know what's in them. There's the possibility that what it is you're looking for is here, but again, you're not big enough to be able to open them. You could try and like scurry inside some of them if like you can find a crevice or whatever, to get a determination. I would also say that like your rat nose is probably pretty keen on determining like some semblance of an idea of what's in the box. You wouldn't be specific, like you couldn't smell a holy relic, obviously.
Right, but it could smell
Food or
stone or
like if it's like musty like cloth or something along those lines.
okay, yeah. So, smell check the boxes to see if there's anything that smells like 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 stone, cut stone or metal. So I'm not
Okay.
looking for food or cloth.
Okay, so go ahead and roll perception check, and
Smell.
with advantage.
More smell. Oh, well, good thing with advantage because that second one was bullshit.
Yeah, so you don't smell like this is all like smells like paper and like cloth and things like that. So you're not smelling anything within this area. You move on to this box that smells like food, and then you climb over these twigs and stuff like that. Do a stealth check.
That's not going to be the right button. Here we go. I've
Okay.
learned my lesson.
Yeah. As you step over these sticks here, you do it very quietly, very softly, surprisingly. No crunches or anything like that. Yep. Down on the floor, you come over here. This is open bushel of tomatoes. You see that. You come over this way. Really quickly make some adjustments here.
Sneaky.
You guys are all
Sneaky.
Oop. Where did you just go? Oh, I turned you off. Oops.
And the reality shifts and everyone is 2 feet to the left.
Yeah. Okay. So you get on here. Go ahead and perception check.
More smells.
Yep.
Can I just
Putting
I
that.
can right click and do advantage.
Oh, nice.
That's cool. With that
Oh.
nat
Wait.
20.
Yeah. So it's that you rolled 20 and 15. So then it's the 20 plus 5 is your 25. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going through these crates and you're not smelling anything in particular here. However, once you get to this point as you're sniffing along, something does catch your eye that is shiny coming from this crate over here. And I will say that you can see all that. I'm just going to, because you can definitely see all this at this point. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Da-da-da-da.
These motherfuckers are everywhere.
You were there. This guy's
I
here.
mean,
This
this
guy's
is their
here.
place of work.
This guy's down here. Yeah. So you get to that point there. No, and like you can see everything. There's this dude. He's over here. Looks like he's like doing inventory or something like that. But yeah. So you see something glint out of the corner of your eye from this box as you're crawling around, and you're up a little higher than you were when you first came in.
I will stealth on over with the intent to investigate the shiny.
Okay.
You
You get
Mission
over here.
Impossible.
And
Yeah,
dun-dun-dun-dun.
dun, dun, dun.
You crawl up, and as you get to the top of the box and you look inside, it's a little hard to see, but you got dark vision, so you're all good. You see a bunch of straw, and you do see a handful of objects that could be potentially like religious relics.
I see. I do not wish to touch them, but I would like to see if I'd like to like just really take a good hard look at them and see if I can tell if they're magically imbued, assuming that like regular holy relics would not necessarily always have that idea.
Go ahead. Go ahead and I'm gonna have you do 2 rolls.
Okay.
Because they're kind of related, but they also can represent different things. So do an Arcana roll and a Religion roll.
Yeah, because I think I'm trying to determine like are the runes religious or if they're just
Okay.
magic.
Yeah. So you can. Yeah. So
What a fucking wild ride that was.
Yeah. So you can 100% tell that they are religious in nature. There are all sorts of different shapes and sizes in here. Like some are just like the sigils themselves. Some of them are like the pendants the guard was wearing. Some of them are like almost like I'm trying to think how to describe this. Like small tablets almost, if you will, of various natures. But as far as like magic goes, you have no idea.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I know that there is a box of religious objects in here. And I can't do anything else as a mouse. So I will scurry off towards the door and try and squeeze myself back out and run back to the group, attempting to not alert the guard who said ew.
Okay.
You
Please don't
This
kick me.
should move everybody at once except for you. Perfect. Okay. We're gonna
Handy.
turn these back on. Yeah. So you jump down from the box and you come over to the door and you squeeze underneath and you're going past, and he's totally not paying attention to you at this point, and you scurry back to the group.
Haha, and I will drop wild shape and become myself again.
Oh God, you're all blurred.
Oh boy.
It's
I'm
what happens from scaling things.
gigantic.
Let me just do this real quick. We'll get you back. Hold on.
And then I disappeared and died.
I cannot believe it.
I just imagine like me like poofing back to myself then like disappearing and everyone's like, what happened? And I'm like, I'm not used to doing this. Hold on. Something's broken. Beep boop bop, technical difficulties.
Yeah, okay. So you get back to the group where everyone's kind of hanging out at this wall.
Okay, guys. I have information.
Information station.
Information station.
Woo.
There are 4 people inside. One of them is the boss. I can't tell if he's like the dockmaster or just like a regular like ship captain or something, because it sounds like he's thinking about the product supply for the city as a whole, and unloading lots of different ships, not just one ship would be his, which makes me think it's the dockmaster. But there is a box in there. When you go into the door, it'll be to the left, full of religious relics. I can't tell if they are the cursed ones, but that's a starting point.
Oh,
So what do we do?
No, I say we get the relics.
How would you like to do that?
Yeah, you're the stealthiest of us, other than the tiny little rat.
Um, can we cause any kind of commotion to lure some, if not all of them, outside?
I can go get super drunk real quick and stumble and by and cause a scene.
You can't just pretend to be drunk?
Come on, rat knob, let's go.
I could set the warehouse on fire,
That might work.
but then that might technically be arson.
We're solving a smuggling ring. It's fine.
But I don't know if they're actually the cursed relics, or if they're just actual religious artifacts that people would want to have. Because some of them did look like what the guard had.
I mean, we don't have any information as to what the cursed relics are, so they could all look the same. They could look like actual things that are just cursed. They could be actual things that someone has been cursed.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I do not have detect magic today, so I can't tell.
All right. Well, we can attempt to go with Plan A of ghouls and or rat knob trying to distract the guard at the door.
Can we not just walk up and ask the guard at the door to see his boss?
We could do that too.
Wait. New idea. I heard them talking about being short-handed and needing help.
Hey, new recruit, rat knob and goals. Let's get it.
And then we'll stay behind and keep watch to make sure you guys don't, get murdered.
Sure, murder us. Come on. They're locked in here with us, not the other way around.
Yeah, can we save that till next session?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure can.
Sounds good to me.
Sweet.